Girl, oh my God.
That's what it's all about.
Girl, please tell me we gonna talk about this with the children. Cause girl, I'm tight, girl. Well, this is my life reaction right now. Girl, are they serious? Girl, he can't be serious. He said,
Grace,
girl,
we
no,
live. We
girl, girl, stop. Listen, wow. Stop for the children. Girl, no TV. Hold on, wait. Let me get my ass in the sun right quick.
Hold on a second.
Girl,
Wait a minute. Wait a
wait,
minute.
girl.
Welcome, everyone. We're
Wait, girl.
live. We're live.
How you
Hey,
doing?
and it's a members only chat. So,
Wonderful.
let's let everybody get
Hi,
in.
everybody.
We got 41 likes. Let's make sure we keep liking. Apparently, okay, let's just do a little. We never do a roll
Wait.
call. So let's do a little quick roll
Okay.
call for the members that are here.
Girl, sure.
Okay, we got lovely Leroy. Hey, what's going on? We got Marilyn Williams. What's up? Marilyn also says,
Hello.
also Grand Rising in advance to everyone that will be here for the truth and knowledge. Those are the people I'm referring to. Awesome. Hey, Auntie Leah, Grand
Okay.
Rising, dear. Thank you for the 99
Hi.
center. Lauren speaks up. Spunky J, you might be new,
Girl.
but you coming in strong. Jag Nation, what? Jaganators. Salute for you. Salute to you for the super chat. We got Yvonne in the building. We got Lindsay Lou in the building. We got Christy in the building. It's a beautiful day to be
Hi.
alive. Love and
Hi,
prayers for
everybody.
protection and all things good for you, Miss Jack. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Hey, Spunky, what you talking about now? Low volatility, the stock market today. I know, no, isn't it great? It's funny, people don't talk about that. Auntie Lee, you tell them, make sure they smashing that like button. Salute to all 129 people in the building. 72 likes. Come on, let's keep those numbers average. Let's keep those averages. Boom, let's make sure the ratio is right. Because it's starting to
Girl.
make me think that the people that haven't liked are the people that's sitting over there in Siberia lying their asses off. Like, there is nothing funnier.
Girl.
What do you mean?
Girl.
Killing you?
Girl. Girl.
You know who that hat? Cause I got Courtney up. I got Courtney up on the jumbotron. You know him and that roadkill business. I feel sorry
Girl,
for the piece
him
of.
with
I
that.
feel sorry for the person that loves it.
Girl, I'm mad at the person who made it, okay? And girl, you know I have my hat on right now. I told
Oh,
you, like, y'all gonna have to come correct when it comes to the hats. Girl, first
oh,
of all, are we ready? Because girl, I'm
are you
literally about
kidding
to
me?
just
We've
get up
been
and start
live for
laughing.
3 minutes and I'm just getting the
Girl,
notification that I set.
girl,
Change the photo. Wait.
they sound listen to
Okay, well, see, the reason why the photo is up is because you lost your appetite,
girl,
Auntie Leah.
girl,
Auntie Leah. Okay, all right, all right. Now
girl,
let's keep
listen.
liking. Let's keep liking. We need
You're
we
gonna
need at
just have to start
least
looking at these
we
people
need at
here on this
least
doggone
80 more
television.
likes. Oh my God, we need to make sure that everybody's getting here. Everybody's not
Girl,
getting here.
come on in, children. Come
We
on
need
in,
to make sure
children.
that
We have some
everybody's
fun
getting
today.
here. We gotta keep
Come on,
liking.
children.
And if
Let's
you want
have
to
some fun.
participate
Come
in the
on,
chat,
children.
please, all you have to do is just join, get a membership, and you can participate. Okay, well, Auntie Leah,
Girl.
let's just hope that you're working on your beach body and that this picture of oh, Auntie Leah says, "Hey, Grace," and that this picture is
Hi, Auntie Leah, my dear.
it, it, let's call it a
Girl, we got some
dieting
laughing
tool.
people
Let's
today.
call it a dieting tool. Oh, my bad. I muted. I muted. Y'all missed all of that. We got 111 in them likes. I told her, thank you, Kiki Eyes. And Kiki Eyes, I'm not sure what's going on with people messing around with Archangel Michael. Let me come up right quick to say this while we're letting everybody get settled in. Archangel Michael is probably one of our greatest defenders and greatest supporters, not just in the effort to save the children and try to find a way to heal this very broken world, but also to get to the bottom of the truth and to be a part of all of the exposures that are making it possible for us to get to that agenda. No one here blocked him. No one here ever would. That would never happen. So, Kiki Eyes, I want to thank you for the message. Okay. Because somebody's playing way too many games. All right. So, okay, Grace. All right. I'm going to swap this photo out because I know how much it's hurting people. We'll just go with this one.
Looking at that angry beaver over there. Yeah.
We'll just go with this one.
It's fine. Girl, like these people are.
Okay, so Grace, do you want to talk about your illustrious career as a criminal or your illustrious career as a scam artist who grew up in the dark magic world and wrote books and has a whole thing? Like, is that your bio? Because that's what someone just said.
Girl, I can't believe that this is what they saying. This is, girl, you getting my live reaction. This is some next level. This is next level for me. This is next level for me. Girl, what did we just hear? Like, are you still flabbergasted? Can you repeat?
I'm mad at the fact that that fool was sitting there talking and running his mouth and talking and running his mouth to the point where whoever sent him his notes, he had them all backwards because he sat there and just tried to convince everybody that Beverly was you. He just literally sat there. Wait a minute. And see, this is the disappointment that, you know, we all experience with this microwave society with a reprobate mind. I'm
sick of them. I'm sick of them.
Oh, Auntie Leah, wait a second. All right, here's tea. When I set up this live the first time this morning, for whatever reason, it didn't register. It didn't go through. So I had to redo the whole thing all over again and get the room set up. Because honestly, we were supposed to have been live about an hour ago. But I had to reset the live up, make sure it, rematriculated through the algorithm, because I don't know, for whatever reason, nobody's getting notifications anymore. I wonder why. But meanwhile, while that was going on, apparently, Baggy Brown, also known as Mr. Boston with no cream filling, Mr. Boston cream donut. Because the funny thing is, when it comes to these people, they like to run around and call that other weirdo donut. But his name is actually Boston, and there's a donut actually called the Boston cream pie. So I guess he's a donut too, with no filling. But clearly he is a fill-in. Clearly he is a fill-in. Or just a felon. Maybe they're not fill-ins. Maybe they're just felons. But I just find it funny how YouTube stopped me from going live when I wanted to go live to give the Boston cream donut, Mr. Boston cream donut, with no filling, a chance to go live so that they would have somebody competing with me while I was live. Like, it's... Yes, felons. Very strange. What I also found strange was how many people he started with and how many likes he started with, because that doesn't happen very often for him. But it does make sense that there were a bunch of Avengers in there, and I guess they was up all night, just like I said they was gonna be up all night. I wonder how many phone calls that Google Voice number got last night, other than the ones from me.
Girl, that's a damn show. Like,
hey, Michael, what's this? Michael, hi, Jag. I have been through a bit. I had lost all my message capabilities. They had my settings changed. YouTube. Wow. So my sister Roma Army helped me. YouTube reinstated my message. Oh my God.
That's a whole
really, Michael? Like that's
a lot.
Some of the times when I do get them, your lives are halfway through or close to over. Yeah. Thank you for reporting. No comment. All right, Michael. Yeah, so apparently they want to make sure that they can slow me down and stop me, allegedly, so that they can get their weirdos to get in there. But no, what I found funny is that even though it wasn't all green and blue over there, I did see a lot of Avengers over there. So I guess the Avengers decided that they were going to get up and help Mr. Boston Cream Donut this morning, I guess.
All of these people are goofy mess. What did we just
But Michael, regardless of what, we're glad you're back. So anyway, since they went live before we went live, guess what?
Girl.
Me and Grace decided to stop over there before we tapped in. And I'm sure you were pissed. No, I was talking to Michael. He's in the chat. But yeah, you know. Hey, welcome in, Janine. No. So you want to go live before we go live so you can try to tell everybody what we're going to talk about in our live, even though everything that we talk about in these lives for the most part is pretty spontaneous, isn't it, Grace?
Yeah. Like, girl, what is wrong with these people?
I like that. Shaun Eggwood. That's interesting. That's a different one. I mean, his head. Well, no, because I have the picture of him. And I mean, if you know, not to be rude in any way, but it does kind of look like an upside down egg. I can see where they would get that.
That the children are choosing violence for breakfast. That's it.
Well, I mean, the truth is there's been a lot of violence against this platform, and there's been a lot of violence against anyone who supports it. There's been a lot of terrible things, but
I can tell based off of what I heard just now, girl. Do you know how
honey, I'm sorry, you did a remote viewing? Because that's what the boy just said. He said you did a remote viewing on Ronnie Bow.
Girl, he said that.
And meant it. Said it with his chest. Ooh, that makes it even bigger. Oh my God.
Girl, listen, he said that deep in his diaphragm, girl. Girl, he said that.
Actually, let's put this up. Because this is the tie that binds us all together. I don't know how that man wore white. I don't know how Diddy wore white and felt like he wasn't going to burst into flames. Yeah, that was Caesar. Yes. No Diddy. I mean, but that's what brought us all together. Remember? They started doing Diddy. The question is, were they doing Diddy or were they helping Diddy? Because this is all feeling just ever so wrong. All of it. All of it. just wrong. Matter of fact, it feels about as wrong as this. Grand Rising, Emily. It's and y'all make sure y'all get over there to Archangel Michael's platform. And I'm glad to hear you were live. You know, subscribed or not, I never get your notifications either, Michael. Ever, 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 ever. And after everything he just went through, I want to make sure that everyone gets over there. Okay? Auntie Leah put up a comment, and I just pinned Archangel Michael's link to his channel in the chat. Please, everyone, make sure you're subscribed. But yeah, Grace.
Yeah, girl, I'm still here, girl.
How does it feel to just wake up in the morning and have someone lie on you?
Girl.
Like first thing in the morning.
I had to get medicated on this one. Like it's some strange. It's like some Twilight Zone stuff. Like for real. Like for me, it's that I'm like, my boy, you got up this morning, so I'm gonna assume you didn't get no sleep to fix your mouth up before the world and lie on me.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Girl, when I say bearing all of that falsehood, like, girl, girl, I said it. There's no TV show that can top reality. There's none.
No.
Oh, look at that. A bird. But yeah, there's no TV show that can top reality in this point. Girl, what did we just witness? And this man is saying that before. I don't care if it's like the fact that it's 57 people is still a trip out to me. Like, girl. Oh, look at that, another bird. Girl, it's a whole girl. This is girl. There's no man manufactured ingredient that can top the Twilight Zone effect that I witnessed just moments before you got on here with the children. Girl.
That's why I thought it was interesting that we tapped in for a second.
Girl, it was hilarious to me. It was hilarious to me. You need to tell them how much I'm laughing at these people, girl, because they think that I just be smoking that shit. No,
but now, Grace, there's 3 different pictures matriculating around. They're all supposed to be you. They're not. People are pulling up people's police records that are supposed to be you. You're like, it's just, it gets and yes, everyone, please make sure that you're subscribing to Paperwork Party. What we're doing right now is very important. And Paperwork he's all the way in. And I don't blame him, because the demise of Angie Stone is just as wrong. And I was wrong about Stone Paxton.
Girl, TD, they got a lot of birds out here today, girl.
I know. We need justice for Angie Stone. We need justice for everyone. You know, and when I think about our new podcast series, Tracking the Pain, when I really think about that, and just everything that you had to say this morning and everything we've been discussing, it's all up in the screen. It's real.
It really is.
All that pain. We need justice for all the victims.
Everyone.
And I'm not gonna lie, the death of Andy, it's triggered me. Especially after that vision I had. Auntie Lee is right. We need 300 more likes. I'm going to cam down for a second. It's just funny to
If
me
y'all
how...
care about these people, hit the like button at least. Show at least that much, y'all.
It's
Y'all really need to start caring about one another for real.
people are not caring. They're not caring, and it's sad to me because so obvious when you just look at it. This woman was moved around. She was moved around. When we get to 300 likes, I'll cam back up. She was moved around. And I know exactly how they did it. Because everything they did to get her is everything they tried to get me with. They literally stalk your entire life. Your family, your friends, your children, your spouse, your former employers, anyone who you're doing business with, your neighbors, people at stores. They stalk your whole life. And then they find infiltrators and they find a way to slip them in. Like when I think about, what's her name, the Shayna, this assistant person. You know, it triggers me because of Sam. Because the one thing that nobody is discussing about the choices that Michael Archer Jr. is making is the state of mind in which he's making them from. Why is nobody taking into consideration that Michael Archer Jr. is autistic? Nobody talks about that. Matter of fact, they keep his autism like a secret, and like they do with my son Sam. You know, anyone who spends time with my son can tell he's autistic. That's clear. It's just he has AS. He's high functioning. AS is very high functioning. But the acute social deficiencies that come along with the way their mind works, and that's Michael. You know, I always thought it was weird that Angie's son, my son, but then again, Belial Music, his oldest boy, Bashir, his first son, he's autistic, but he's completely socially bereft, you know? He's deaf. I'm hoping that he got some kind of cochlear implant by now. But I thought when he was born, when I found out all of the things that happened to him in his birth and how he came to the world. But then again, Richard Nichols and Mercedes Martinez from my former manager and one of the vocalists from the Jazzy Fat Nasties. Their son was also autistic. Matter of fact, all of us had autistic children between the years of 1998 and 2002. Like a lot of us in the neo-soul community. Your son has AS too? Yeah. And the thing is, AS, a lot of people don't want to talk about AS. But Albert Einstein had AS. And when he was a child in school, they said he was mentally, you know, off. So they like to label, but it turns out he was just extremely brilliant. But a lot of characteristics that come along with AS, and this is the last time I'm camming up until I see 350 likes. The one thing that they don't talk about is the social awkwardness and how they deal with pressure and stress. So, yeah, diagnosed in second grade, pure genius. Like kids who have AS, their IQs start at about 140. So, you know, and there's so many children, black children especially, who are not diagnosed because the schools aren't paying attention. But people with AS, they cannot handle social pressure at all. And Lovely, please back me up on this. They will do anything to avoid confrontation. Anything. Oh my goodness. Of course he got bullied. And he either dealt with it one of two ways. If he had access to social aggression, he either became very, very, very rude and harsh and get away from me, or just shut down and went along with whatever was happening until it was over so he didn't have to be bothered. Like, that's how it works. What are you saying, Michael? Yes, in my community, out in the outback, have a higher rate of autism than most kids. It happens in certain areas, it happens in certain communities, but I do believe it's socially and medically charged, allegedly. That's how I feel. Oh my goodness, hold
That's
on.
interesting to hear that.
Oh, no, 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 no. He took his life? I remember when Sam started going through the self-harming thoughts from the pressure that he was experiencing in the divorce between his dad and I. Having to sit with your kid in a psych ward. He was so sick and tired of what his dad was doing to me and how he was using the court system and refusing to stop no matter how many times he asked, that he thought that unaliving himself would help.
Yeah.
A lot of people, well, Trasha K, that wasn't even a real interview. And they're never going to admit it because they're liars, but that was AI. And they all know it. But it's whatever. I know my son's speech patterns. I know how he talks. They typed all of that crap in because they wanted to be able to say that they got my son to talk negatively about me and they wanted people to believe it was true. That's just that simple.
Like, can we just keep it real right quick? Like, what type of low vibrational sick shit is that? Like, after you just explained like Sam's mentality, how he sees the world, how he views the world, and then what certain pressures will do to him just as a human being.
He'll snap.
And then, girl, you gonna
He'll,
turn,
Sam
and then, girl, you gonna turn
Sam
around
is a
and go get some
pacifist.
good, like,
Sam is a pacifist. He's never had a fight in his life. He does not believe in physical aggression. He believes that everything can be solved with your mind. Oh, what is hey,
and
Bethany.
That's a good thing.
Bethany says, I think AS is a gift that we common people do not understand. They have a gift we don't understand. My son is AS and ID. He read my mind and heart without me even talking to him. Oh no, absolutely. He can read your mind. Yeah. No,
like, listen, girl, you just said that, the people with AS on average have like an IQ of 140. Now, you already know we were in public school. They didn't test our IQ for nothing. We don't know where
they tend to not do IQ testing in urban areas because they don't want the parents to know how smart their children are so that they can keep finding ways to make them compliant for the system so that they don't, let's not forget to
but then,
Lovey, let me tell you something, Lovey. Let me tell you something, Lovely. The reason why I took that first deal and accepted that misdemeanor charge was because I was afraid that forcing my son to go to court and testify that way, that he would make the same choice that your child made. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And that and that's just an awful thing to have to
No, because
like.
everything that he just said is the reason why I chose to allow that first ex-husband of mine, even though I knew he was being backed by Jay-Z and the Roots and Rock Nation, even though that's why I took so much torture, because there was no way I was going to keep fighting and force my son.
But yeah, but see, that's what it is, and this is why, girl. Every time they even speak, and even anytime they whisper your kid's names, like, girl, you already know where it's at when it comes to me. Because look at these people. Girl, who are they? They're not gonna. They don't make hard decisions for their children.
Understand this, Black Panther. If you have an IQ, of 146, your mother is incorrect.
Maybe.
You are not borderline genius. You are genius.
Ma'am, let's
Let me. All right. Hold on a second. This is the last time I'm gonna cam up before I get three. Actually, no. We got 500 people in this room. We should have at least 350 likes.
Now let's speak on that right quick. Like an IQ of 146. Do you know what that minus 10 was?
Understand this. Let's be.
Of course, they're going to sit here and say that, oh, these people have AS. They have something that everyone else is not going to understand. Of course, everyone else is not going to understand. You're dealing with a genius, and this genius is tired of dealing with the average squirrel-ass bitch. Okay,
let me tell you how it works with the IQ labeling system. It changed over the years. The numbers shifted. But as someone who's taken 5 IQ tests, I have no problem with telling you how the scoring system works. 90 and below is mental not there-ness. And from 90 and below, it's the many different levels of,
we really can't say that even in medical terms. Like it's in medical books.
Now, from 90 to 100 is below average. From 100 to 110 is average.
100, 110 average.
That's average. So from 110 to 140 now, I believe, is above average. And 40 is genius level. And then up there, it's just the many levels of up there you are.
So, like, does technically once you hit 140, do you technically break the scale and then they figure out what to do with you then? Or does, like, the scale...
No. The scale meter caps off at 210.
210, okay. Okay.
But...
So, and 210 is just... what do they consider 210 as? If 140 is already genius level, what do they consider 210?
I hate flies, and I hate when they come near my face. I will keep my results private. I understand. And guess what? I felt the same way. Because the second that people find out how smart you are, it's like society finds a way to try to prove that you're not. Anytime they find out how smart you are, society tries to find a way to prove that you're not. My son is... Let's see, my son is 80 IQ, 21 years old, IDAS, and has a job, lives alone, and loves everyone. And that's awesome.
What's wrong with that? He sounds like a decent human being.
See, this is the thing. The only thing that the IQ test judges is your aptitude. It doesn't mean you're smart. It doesn't mean you're dumb. It just means you're capable of doing certain things up to a certain point. That's all it means. It means nothing else.
And according to this test, what would they consider 210? If 140 is genius, what do they call 210?
If you're at 210, you should be able to start, beginning to levitate and move things with your mind.
Oh.
So, well,
Now
no,
I
because
understand it. Oh.
the larger your brain capacity is, the more you're
Uh-huh.
able to tap in to what you're able to
Oh,
do
girl,
with your
you
brain.
already know. Oh, you already
Most
know.
human
You
beings
already know.
only use anywhere from 3 to 5% of their brain. Your average human being is only accessing 3 to 5% of their brain.
Oh, guess what? I have a slight rebuttal for you, TT. Proud student
Come
moment.
on, come on.
They actually, girl, that's actually a misconception. The truth is that, and this is according to their experts, we have 100% access to our brain. The problem is we are only aware of we're only consciously aware of 5%. The other 95%, it's very well aware. It's just subconscious. They just tell everybody that we only have access to 10% because the average brain is only consciously aware of less than 5% because they're fully well aware that if you realize that you have 100% access to your brain, you will start accessing certain parts of yourself. Then you will tap into certain parts of, data of the genetic type, start being able to influence things internally. You'll be able, the brain synapses start doing interesting things that affect things around you. So that aptitude test is really interesting to me. So they have a cap, and the 210 is their cap. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Look how spirit works.
Do you
Spirit
want
made
to
sure that
know
I never
why
want to
you
tell
are
you.
my
You know about it.
favorite apprentice?
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you. Why?
Because I love it when I throw you an alley oop and you dunk it.
Girl, what you saying, girl? What you mean, girl? You know I've been waiting to start staring people like this, but it's cool. We'll keep it nice.
It
Keep it
is
nice.
called
Go ahead.
limitless,
That's
and the
how it
truth
starts.
is every human being is limitless.
Mm-hmm.
Every human being. You know, when the Bible says all things are possible through Christ's consciousness, all things. You know, people tend to forget all of the many miracles that people witnessed Yeshua do while he was here.
And I don't know why. I thought that was their favorite part.
You know, it was
I thought the miracles was their favorite part.
it was the Jewish faith that tried to convince the world that he was nothing more than a man and a magician.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Catholic faith that made Yeshua seem as though because of this or because of that was why he was able and he was the son of God, but Mary, mother, and whoop-de, like everyone, they
Oh, I'm gonna leave the Catholic Church alone.
they
Today.
always want to mess around, but they don't want people to really hear what it was that God was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
If we were created in God's image and he put all of the magic inside of us, or at least a piece of the magic inside of us, that is him. So if we are compliant and obedient, we can have access to full God consciousness. Why does nobody ever want to talk about the fact that Enoch never died?
Look.
Enoch never died. Why does no one? And see, these are the conversations that I love having with you, but also with Sophia. I gotta go visit her soon. I'm looking forward to it.
Girl. That is still such a trip.
Well, see, that's the
It's
thing.
wild.
I keep keeping things quiet. But anyway.
Girl.
They don't like us talking about things. But what I always hated about the IQ test.
They smell like asbestos. So
The Book of Enoch, the Jubilees, and so many other books were taken out of the Bible so that humanity wouldn't be encouraged to tap in to what God put inside them.
And yet and still we are watching before the eyes of the masses. Just they ain't paid attention.
But see, that's what I
What they were
loved
capable of.
about what you said. And we gonna spin the block and come back to what you said. It's not that we don't have access. It's that we were taught to ignore the access. How can a government control a nation of superheroes? How can a government control a nation of superheroes? It can't.
Tell every that they're nothing but a mere mortal.
Like I was saying.
Start believing in ghost stories.
Oh, the Jubilees. You want to read about that? You want to read about all of it, really?
All the fun.
You think I'm on to something? Well, let's keep on cooking.
What you mean? I've been waiting. Let's go.
Let's keep on cooking.
You want to know what's interesting?
Hold on one second. It's hard. No, Bethany said something. It's hard for me, the daughter of a preacher. How can someone be devoted to a book when parts are missing? That's a hard one. Well, see, this is the thing. You're not supposed to be devoted to a book. You're supposed to be devoted to the Word of God. Please jump it. Wait a minute. I'm gonna grab something while you talk to the children because this is your conversation. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Lesson time with Grace.
Yes, lesson time with you. Oh, this is so fun. But I guess to answer that question as the child of a preacher, don't take it all as a negative. This is why this is interesting. Y'all gotta remember that there's duality in everything. It's not always the dark, it's not always the light. It's both. And it's always all about balancing it. Like, say for example, we're here in Louisiana, I think we still have like the highest Roman Catholic Black community here in the country. We already know that we was lied and deceived too. Not for the church people that are here, children, don't panic, don't stay calm. We're not going to hurt your feelings today. It's okay. But the thing is, the truth that we're all seeking, it's in everything. Spirit is in everything. You don't need to sit here and feel as though like everything you've been taught is wrong or everything is missing. If you see that things are missing, that's great. Spirit is telling you to go seek the truth. Start from what you have, because that's where I started. As a matter of fact, you guys want to know where I started to understand the mind and how we truly live in Wonderland? In a tarot book. For the children that be afraid sometimes. I found the truth in the tarot book, and guess what? Having a Roman Catholic background is exactly how I got there. The Holy Bible was side by side with that tarot book, and guess what? I was able to find truth.
The Holy Bible goes side and side with a lot of things in a lot of religions. And I don't know why the likes are still not at least 350. This is kind of weird. See,
that's okay.
it's this book that all of you.
It's the energy, children.
Hold on a second, because my lighting is off and I'm trying to balance because I'm being lazy and I don't want to sit at my work desk over there.
No, that's okay. Do your thing. Right now, we
Do
all
you guys see this?
All floating in spirit at the moment.
This book. For those of you who truly want to have a better understanding of what the mind does and what your children, especially for all of you who have autistic children, this book Superlearning 3000.
That's a book.
Learning Made Simple. I'm going to post this book after we finish. And if you really want to understand life, you'll read this book. If you want to understand the learnings and the teachings in this book by Emily Diane Gunter, they used her teachings that she put in this book. And in Dade County, Florida, 95% of the autistic children who are having trouble functioning in normal classrooms, who were put in special classes, were able to be integrated back. 95%. She was awarded. She has shared these teachings all over the world. Hold on one second. Holly has something to say to you, Grace. She says, Grace, I also was brought up through Roman Catholic Church, and I have turned into more of my spiritual awakenings and been learning tarot for 4 years now.
Hey, fun. I'm glad.
Now, while we're waiting for these likes to improve, y'all don't understand. The likes helps it push through the algorithm so more people can see it. We don't want people to miss out on all of this good tutelage. Speaking of, Grace, keep going a little bit. Keep going a little bit. We're gonna wake it up with some truth.
We might as well, girl, listen.
This morning. We're gonna wake it up. Because all of this is gonna lead back to the thumbnail.
Well, it's actually quite interesting. Matter of fact, since this members only, we're going to spread a little nugget of truth today, children. So, first of all, before we go there, TD, is real interesting that you still have that book and you're showing the children that, because people really don't understand. Like, people don't understand how they've been lied to. They've been lied to. Man, it doesn't matter if you're 8 years old or if you're 80. You never stop learning. We are all students of life, okay? Don't ever think that your mind can't learn something. That's the trap. You put your mind inside of a prison, and y'all didn't Tyson tell y'all that the worst place you could be is the hood of the mind. Let me give you another one. The worst prison you could ever be in is the prison of the mind. And I'm watching and I'm looking out at the world. Most people are inside of a cell. They're all in solitary confinement. Your brain is capable of extraordinary things. No matter who you are, no matter how old you are, no matter where you are capable of the impossible. And here's one exercise that you all can try at any point in the day, at any point in time. If anyone is into astrology, children, if you haven't been up to date with reading, that's fine, I got you. In astrology, we are taught the compass. It's literally step one when it comes to astrology. You're taught the compass. Guess what I learned about the compass? It's flipped. And I'm going to leave it at that before they start messing with the live and everything else. So.
Well, how about this?
Well, we also learned.
Wait a minute. Let's not leave the children too far outside the conversation.
Oh, I'm going to bring it back to the mind.
Hold on. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it honestly. In what direction does the Great Nile run?
Say again?
In what direction does the current of the Great Nile run?
We weren't taught about the Great Nile. I don't know what they say it runs, but if the Nile is supposed to run according to the compass, the real compass that I've been taught, it runs south.
From south to north, not from north to south.
Okay, I don't know what they said. They say that the Nile runs north to south.
Well, people, wait, same as the Red River in Indy. It's running north.
Y'all are
So
gonna have to understand something. Like in Louisiana, they didn't give up no damn. We, like, yeah, blame the budget if you want to, but no, they didn't educate us on nothing.
see, what's
Like we
really
learned,
funny
you had
is
to learn on your own.
everything that Grace is talking about is what we really need to be learning about.
Mhm.
I know somebody that has an interesting tattoo.
All right.
It's of the continent of Africa, but they had it.
Oh, that's fine.
They had it placed on them as it truly is.
Ah, cool.
Upside down. Go check. No lies told. It's funny
That's pretty cool.
how many things we accept.
That's true.
Is nobody paying attention to the way the sun is rising and setting as the... Well, see, that's the thing. Everything that we're looking at geographically, that's what was created for us. But has anybody ever bothered to look at a real map? You can see all of the continents. It's a puzzle. They all fit together as one mass. Huh?
Have you ever been able to see like an ancient map? Like a map from like...
Yeah.
Like, girl.
It's just one big puzzle. The tattoo is of the continent Africa, but most of us are used to seeing it this way.
One way.
But the true way it's supposed to be seen is small and then large. Upside down. Which is why the largest rivers in Africa run north, not south. Yes, the Pangea is real. And there were some very, very, very amazing things that happened on this rock. 333 likes, but we still need 200 more. Wow. Amazing things that happened on this rock that forced it to separate.
Man.
That's what the Pangea is.
Man.
So the question is, true ancient Egypt is not what we know as Egypt now. It's what they made Egypt. But true ancient Egypt is Las Vegas. Part of the reason why I moved when I did to Vegas, even though I knew I was moving into certain danger and harm, even though I was being around and allegedly handled by people who meant me no good. The original Egypt, Kemet, is Las Vegas. Go check.
Like, you remember when we were having that talk a while back when we were like, people really need to open their minds up that we know nothing.
Yes, and it's known as Sin City.
So we're gonna talk about that. They're not ready.
I find it funny that so many people love sitting around telling lies about what's real. There's a lot of interesting energy happening in Vegas as we speak. I started tracking it from that big moon that came in. What was it, last April 8th, 2024, right before I did the infamous Truth Suit interview, before Diddy had been arrested. I don't know why people keep ignoring the spiritual aspect to everything that's going on now with the lawsuits, the cases, the RICO, the missing children, the disagreements in government at what's really going on, the hiding, the lying, the this, the that. And people just don't want to accept what's real. It's funny. No, the entire entertainment industry moved to Vegas. Whatever's in LA, that's just maintaining appearances. That's not real. That's not real at all. Hey, Michelle. So while we're here, you know what? Let me read a little bit from the back excerpt of this book that I'm sharing with you guys. And the title of the book is Superlearning 3000, Learning Made Simple, illustrated by Kadir Nelson, by Emily Diane Gunter, author of 13 Keys to Learning, a Spiritual Journey. On the back, the quote that Ms. Gunter wrote, begin quote, "To love what you do and feel that it matters. Could anything be more rewarding? Question mark," end quote. In 1993, Superlearning 2000, The New Technologies of Self-Empowerment was published, bearing a message of hope to all who wanted to learn and succeed. This powerful message of how to learn without fear through a relaxed breathing process was enhanced by illustrations by Kadir Nelson, who is now a highly celebrated illustrator of children's books and great American artworks. It says, "I am honored to collaborate with my son, Kadir, once again, and republish the original book with a new cover and the original illustrations he produced when he was only 17 years of age. Enjoy this new special edition. This book came through me to give as a gift to you. Embrace learning with ease through your relaxed, loving heart. At a time when everyone is wondering about the most effective methods of educating our youth, comes a book, Superlearning 3000, Learning Made Simple, that shows us all a most read book for everyone who has children, teaches kids, spends time with kids, loves kids, and wants to invest in the future of our youth. Let me read that again. Superlearning 3000, Learning Made Simple, that shows us all a must-read book for everyone who has kids, teaches kids, spends time with kids, loves kids, and wants to invest in the future of youth. And that came from Guerra Nicholas, PhD, Chairperson, Associate Professor, Department of Educational and Psychological Studies, School of Education, University of Miami. That's what Dr. Guerra Nicholas had to say about this book. Oh, I love Kadir's work. He's my inspiration. I'm a children's editor. Well, then, fun little fact, something that you probably didn't know. That's my family. Emily Diane Gunter, who wrote this amazing book, is my first cousin. Her mother and my father, brother and sister. And your artistic inspiration is my second cousin, Kadir Nelson, who did the illustrations in this amazing book when he was just a kid. The only other person in my family that I know that I believe will be able to emote art the way my cousin Kadir is my son Sam. And he's self-taught. Everyone should follow Kadir on IG. You will be so inspired by the work that God uses him to give to the world. You know, there's a lot of people that write books about empowerment, but very few I've seen actually help people and change lives with one good read. This is that material.
I need to get that book.
I know, I gotta get you a copy. You wanna know what's funny? This copy that I'm showing them right now, we purchased it for the nephew that was in our care, who we caught trying to groom Ayasha's kids. We bought this book to share with him. He was snatched away before we even got it. Whoever has that boy, please go and buy this for him, since we didn't get to give it to him. God knows he needs it. You know, it's just funny because there's so many people that run around on this app talking about they know my family and they know me. There's so many people that say they're my family. Oh my God. They really have no idea who I'm related to and what an amazing family I come from. Actually, it's an embarrassment for everyone that attaches their name to me and says they're to everyone else, which is why I never really promote my family, because I don't want them stalked. I don't want them harassed. But see, that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants me to be afraid to share this with you, to protect them because of who I am and who's after me and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And the truth is, what God needs me to do is share all of the amazing things that they hide from you.
Girl, listen. I really want to tell them about those birds, girl.
Oh, we'll get to the birds in time.
Wow. We'll talk about the other part of the brain next time. Can it just be right there? Like it really just stares everyone in the face and we don't see.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me open this up because I want to read a little before we move on. I want to read a little bit of this to you.
Yay.
Illustrations by Kadir Nelson. What is Superlearning 3000? Shameless plug, my second book. That's not a shameless plug at all. Please share everything amazing. You didn't get your notification either, Yamji. I know. No, you got here right for the most important part. It's wild, the illustration that I just showed you guys in the book. It was 1993. That was the year Giovanni was born. He would have been
That's
32
cool.
years old this year, September 5th. It's nice to see this illustration in him have been around that long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chapter 1. Page 1. What is Superlearning 3000? Quote, this book is how to learn for life! Exclamation point. End quote. David Brown. That was his comment. From the classroom to the boardroom, young or old, rich or poor, Superlearning 3000 technology helps to prepare you for an exciting, entertaining, and informative learning experience. This book is written upon my belief that all people can learn. The Superlearning 3000 system of learning, strengthening the mind, calms the emotions, and enhances the thought process, which leads to a balanced learning experience. The students designated as at risk can be motivated to want to learn again because this system empowers minds that were once discouraged. You can learn effortlessly with enhanced reasoning and verbal expression because you can learn without fear. Superlearning 3000 is a conscious breathing method with a step-by-step approach to learning. It is a beginner's guide to more efficient use of your mind. It is an open, interesting way of thinking, which will empower you to be who you want to be, learn what you want to learn, and do what you want to do with your life. This system of learning and thinking helps you to work progressively towards a solution. This systematic approach to learning and problem solving works for all. This accelerated learning technology includes building self-esteem, visual goal setting, conscious breathing to your relaxed heart space, breathing to long-term memory, pre-reading, speed seeing, speed reading, mind mapping, note-taking, sleep incubation studying, test taking without fear, with relaxed recall, thought producing healthy snack breaks, and 60 beat per minute music. This learning system produces powerful, immediate results, which are predictable, repeatable, and objectively verifiable. Superlearning 3000 is being used from the elementary level to college level as prerequisite reading for all students as well as for corporate staff development. For the purpose of clarification, this is not scientific or technical, not this book. This is written for students, parents, teachers, executives, trainers, and educators of all levels. This is a form of learning without fear, with explanations of why and how it works. Now, let's take a little poll. thinks this could be effective in their life? Put a 1 in the chat. If you think that this can be effective in your life. The school environments that we have now are built in chaos, are built in confusion. How many of you have children that have gone to school and said, hey, I don't think I'm going to pass this test today. I'm not feeling great. They're getting picked on. They're getting bullied. Their minds aren't disciplined. They're not able to access it because their emotions are in the way, because they're not learning how to breathe. They're not learning how to just be. You'd be surprised how much work your subconscious would do if you could get your emotions and all of the crap in your environment out of the way. This book teaches you how to trust your mind and how to get your mind wanting and loving to accepting information again. The environments that we teach children in these days, they are the exact opposite. You're going to school hungry, no food at home, no more school, no more breakfast at school programs anymore like there used to be. How can a mind who doesn't know when it's going to eat next, when its body is sitting there, focus on that? Exactly. They teach kids totally different than the way I know. It's not teaching. It's corralling and it's studying. Because the one thing that I know that the government has done with those IQ tests is figure out where certain people in certain areas are mentally so they can teach the system how to dumb those kids down in that area. Those state testings isn't to see how much smarter your kids are getting. It's checking to make sure that they're not getting anything at all.
Right.
They're there. Those state testings, they're there to confirm that humanity is not progressing as quickly and rapidly mentally as it should. And I'm not saying allegedly. My mother was a school teacher for many years.
Look at the new grading scale.
Talk to him about the new grading scale.
Man,
Sleep deprived children too. Kids staying up on their phones all night, not being able to recall what they're learning in class. Yep. Talk about it, Grace.
Talk about what they're eating. Man, if anyone is outside of the U.S. or you haven't been told, the grading scale has now been changed since the days of when we was all up in school. So, if I'm not mistaken, it used to be like a 10-grade scale, like a 9.
You're breaking up a little bit, honey.
Oh, I'm not surprised at this point because we're talking about some real shit. Anyway, 95 to 100 used to be in A, 90, I think, or 97 to 100, 97 to 95 was a B. Y'all remember all of that. Oh, that stuff's changed now. Let me start from the top. I think
Dragonfly.
Still an 8, I think it's like an 85 to 100 is an A. I know that they pushed it down to 90, but I think they've even went down into the 80s. 80s to 100, you get an A. I think if you even get like a 95 to 100, I think they give you a double A. And I'm looking at it like, wait, what? Now, the interesting part for me is the low side of that scale. The new C, I think, is like 60, 50 something. I think the new C starts at 65. Girl, I hit the roof.
When I was in school, a 60 was a D or a D minus.
Girl, what are you talking about?
When I was in school,
was a full out F. Like, you just failed. And now they saying that if you have a D, in order for you to get a D, girl, you got to be in there on a 45, between 45 and 30 something. What you mean a student is you getting a grade of a 45? What do you mean you're getting a grade of a 30-something out of 100? If you got a 45, that meant you didn't, you got, that's attendance.
If you get a 50, it's an F. That's what I know. If you get a 50, it's an F.
If you had a 65, it was a wrap. Skip 50. 50 means that you already playing in the classroom.
Now let's talk about what those numbers mean. No, let's talk about what those numbers mean. That means out of 100% of the information that you were supposed to grab, you were only able to get half of it. That's a failure.
Half of it.
That's a failure.
And they saying that the child just got another chance. They're giving that a D. Excuse me?
If we don't expect them to be intelligent and we don't challenge their minds, why are we surprised at what society looks like right now?
Why you keep saying I just keep looking? I'm just looking.
Did the likes freeze? We still ain't at 400? That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're not talking enough crap for y'all, huh? I guess we keeping it a little too real for y'all.
Yeah.
Geneva says, my great-nephew is 13 years old and reads at a 3rd grade level.
Wait a minute. Say the age again. It was coming in now.
13-year-old reads at a 3rd grade level.
And honestly,
I was appalled when I started working with him.
Yourself.
School system, yeah, they just pass everybody through.
Yeah, girl will be.
When a country stops caring about the intelligence of its citizens, things have gone down a bad path. Because what that means is that the government is okay with everyone being stupid. And guess what? The more people that are stupid, the easier it is to pull the wool over their eyes. You know, they always call children who question what they're learning in school troublemakers.
Girl, always.
How is being inquisitive trouble?
A problem. How?
They're teaching our kids to be dumb. They're not teaching them to be smart. And effective learning tools and methods. Oh, we have to meet Jaguar. Oh, well, I appreciate that. When we finally can set up the live meet and greets for the members only, I hope you can make it. Let's get real. We have a learning problem in America, and that's why it's become so easy for people to be fooled. I want y'all to listen to what we're saying, because all of this is going to tie back in.
Please.
The reason why. I want you to think about all we're talking about. These are the people that are on juries.
People that are these are your doctors.
I will do a live meet and greet online at one point. Honestly, for those who couldn't make it to the live, we were going to make sure that there was a link available for the members to be able to be there as well. So you don't have to worry about that part. Yeah. We need super learning. We don't need this other stuff they got going on. But Grace, you know, when we're getting to the heart of it, we started by discussing how they keep trying to teach us that our minds aren't able to do amazing things when they are.
And then once people start talking all of that, like I tune out, like then you can't convince me of that. There's nothing walking that can convince me of that. So people who are interested in trying to sell that to people, like, don't listen to them. They know that they're lying. They just expect you to not know that they're lying. But they know that they're lying to you. It's ridiculous. Like, Do people not understand the history of computers and stuff? Y'all do know that the computer is a man-made version of your mind, correct?
Oh, somebody's hating on me in the comments. They're telling me that I need to get help. Help for what?
Well, I mean,
I know from whence my help comes.
girl, they're paying money to try to insult you.
I got help. I got help. Maybe you should take your own advice. I know where my help comes from. Oh, no, you don't see them in here. It's in the comments. You know, they're getting their people together, you know, to start making sure that they get as many negative comments in while I'm live, hoping that people will see it and be turned off. Like, this is pathetic.
Girl, I really do hope that these people understand.
I'll be going hiking on the trail after this. Ooh.
It's good to go out in nature.
It's the best place to be. It's real. It's real.
So these people are like a bad joke.
So real. Now, anyway, like we were discussing,
But no.
The capability of the mind.
They think that they're capable of nothing, and girl, that
I tell you one
they don't
thing.
understand.
If I was trying to take down a bunch of superheroes that I didn't want to rise up against me, and I could find a way to trick them into believing that they weren't everything that they are, that would be the most amazing way to take somebody down.
And it would be nonstop, round the clock, no sleep.
Hence why people like me are considered a problem. Because can't nobody make me unknow what I know.
Right. It's goofy to watch that. To me, it's goofy to watch it.
It's a little windy where you are. Carla says, Grand Rising, Amazing Grace.
Hi, Carla. I hope you're having an amazing day.
What is this, Mayat? The SRHP method is what the U.S. military uses to get us to learn complex concepts in a short time or short span. Regardless of academic ability, it also teaches one how to remove unneeded info. Guess what? You can learn that in this book too. Oh my goodness. Love you too, Spunky J. Oh, thank you. So, thanks for that reminder, Jay. I would love to work with you at Grace spiritually to reconnect with myself. That will be possible. And we'll let you know how. Right now, me and Grace are really just getting prepared for doing the research for the first season of our new podcast, Tracking the Pain. And you'll be able to find a way to get in touch with her via email and possibly private Zoom meetings when Grace is ready to begin.
Yeah, they had too many clowns and jokesters running around. I'm interested in people who really want to be who they're meant to be.
Yeah. It's funny. Nobody ever gets upset with all of the imposters and weirdos.
Right. They always want to be mad at you, but they ain't got nothing to say for everybody.
I'm still upset that that Amber person was labeled a friend.
Girl, please. It's the insult for me. That somebody like that could never be my dog. Like, goodbye. Stop it. My partner's real like that. Like, Stop the madness.
Salute to you for that, Carla.
Just lying left and right. And girl, look, girl, it's the lies for me. These liars. They're
My IQ is 168. Albert Einstein's IQ was 160. My father and my muti, same IQ. And there are very few people in my actual real bloodline that have an IQ under 130. That's what's real.
And that's why they're mad.
Now, when you have a family of amazing minds that can rival and challenge the way people think, of course you become enemy number one. But me, I'm public enemy number one because I do it all out front. They want you to stay stupid. They want you to stay unintelligent so you can fall for all of the drivel that you see in constructs
and
like this. Not at all. Oh, thank you, Holly. Sending love from North Carolina. Love right back. That's why I'm here. To open as many eyes as I can, while I can. And for those of you who want your eyes opened, you should listen as long as you can, while you can. No one's selling you lies here. No one's selling you conjecture and theory and supposition. No one's pushing off harassment as content.
Seriously.
Did I miss the read of the psychic, aka sidekick Beverly Rhodes? Oh no, we haven't gotten to Beverly Rhodes yet, but we will.
Girl, can you believe that fool accused me of being that woman and trying to black people? Like, girl, it's insane. I don't know
Grace,
none of these people.
Why is that ridiculous? Why is it ridiculous to try to compare you and Beverly?
People. Because one, I don't know this woman. She don't know me. Everything he said, he over here claiming what I said. Nigga, you don't listen at all. This is why it's just a trip to me. Not only do you not listen, but you lying too. I don't know that woman. I ain't never met that woman. I never spoke to that woman. So how am I have beef with somebody that I don't know?
Grace, do you have your cards ready?
Yeah, they always stay ready. Girl, hold on. All right, quick, girl.
Let's get into it. We won't keep the people waiting too long.
It's nothing, girl. I'm going to Zimmer.
Yvonne says, you've opened my eyes to so much stuff already. I can't wait to learn more. You know, as a woman that was raised by educators and brilliant minds, going into education would have been easy for me. Going into psychology would have been easy for me. But working in those systems only hampers me because someone like me would never be able to endorse.
You remember I said it?
What is this? It is totally bizarre. She has even suggested a spiritual guru to come on SA's channel who I to know is a total fraud. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. None of that surprised me in any way. The thing is, everything over there at Atwood Land seems to be fraudulent in some way.
And that's curious.
It seems to be uneven in some way. But see, it's the lack of intelligence that people are using right now because of the way things have been structured, making stupidity and debauchery and nothingness, you know, like a statement for living.
It's so entertaining to them that it's just beyond me. Like,
it's very entertaining to them.
It's entertaining. Like, never in my day did I think that people will find stupidity entertaining. Like, I can't. This is why I don't give too much of a... I really don't care to sit here and talk to the average person. But,
I know.
Girl, it's...
I know. But see, the problem is when God gives you a charge,
And that's, girl, that you know that's the only reason why I do it, girl.
You have to obey. You
Mm-hmm.
remember our conversation about Jonah
Yep.
that we had the other day? And it's funny because I was
Yep.
saying to myself, why don't I ever talk about stuff like that online? And then I had to remember it's because I'm always being distracted with crap. But you got to
Mm-hmm.
understand how it works. When God gives you a charge, it is your job to obey and acquiesce and do his will, no matter how annoying it is. The
You
story of
remember
Jonah.
way in the beginning when I had said that it's only this reason why? Because if I had my choice, it wouldn't be none of this.
Oh, I know.
Girl, like, you really have to. And
And
you remember
yet,
we were talking about that pastor that had that near the NDE?
uh-huh.
Girl, I said it right then and there. I don't want to answer those questions. Like, I'm not about to sit here, exist in this lifetime, and then when it's over and it's time for the next one, I don't have it. I don't have no explanation. Y'all kiss my ass. Y'all lucky that I know where my respect needs to go, and this is why I do it. So it's fine. It's cool. It's cool. But I hope that they know that they get on my nerves. But it's fine. Whatever.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not about whether or not they get on your nerves. It really is about, are they on God's nerves?
Girl, that's why they get on my nerves. Because
A
I know that.
lot of people don't seem to be worried about whether or not they're getting on God's nerves.
Girl, like, and that's why it gets on my nerves. Because I'm like, they don't care. And Spirit over here looking like, I told you that they don't care. And I'm over here like, and you want me to do what? Try to get them to care? I can try. But look, too many of them don't care.
Question everything that comes from man. Question everything that comes from anything.
Man, y'all better start questioning whether it's
Lean
oxygen
not
that
into
you
thine own
breathe.
understanding.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Like,
You know
we keep
nothing.
getting told. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
And for those in the back, Cinder Raven, you know nothing, Jon Snow.
Okay, Cinder Raven.
Make
You
sure,
know nothing, Jon Snow.
if you want to
Like,
be
girl,
able to challenge your mind to do everything. And I'm going to make sure I take a picture of this, and I'm going to find the hyperlink, and I'm going to post it up. Because the Jaganators, I want every last one of you, all almost 55,000 of you, to get this book so we can learn how to barrel into what's real, embrace what is new, and leave what is old behind. There's a lot of old, bad teaching. But it's hard to speak to people when they lack distinction.
Like, for real, y'all, it's the most liberating thing to abandon everything you think you know.
It is.
You release so much weight, and then you get to take off and fly into the great unknown. You want to know something that I had thought about?
Barreling y'all down.
Like, I know why the caged bird sings. It's a familiar sting that rings. They want everybody so afraid to fly. And everyone is meant to be a bird, like a bird with the brightest, fullest of wings.
Superlearning 3000 by Emily Diane Gunter.
And if everybody go gets it, we should do like a, book review club type thing where everybody just sit down and talk about everything that they learned in that book. I think that
you know what? When 100 people buy this book, we'll have a members only reading session.
There we go.
Ms. X said bars, Grace.
Oh, hey, Jay, yeah. Sometimes, listen, I be tapping into that brain power. Sometimes it just come out flawless like that. Thank you.
Superlearning That's what we need.
Yes.
We need to stop embracing the archaic whatever that's hampering our minds, and we need to open it up so that we can get the most. Yeah. Spunky J said, yes, Grace Book Club. And guess what? When we do it, I promise you, Grace will be reading. And we'll be doing it in StreamYard and dropping the link. A members only thing.
Yay! All right, I'm excited. Reading time with the children. I'm excited.
Break away from the chains of your oppressor. Break away from the prison of your mind.
Yeah.
Aptitude is aptitude, but it only means something if you do something with it.
And you can do extraordinary things.
And knowledge has to be applied. Not just housed and stored, but applied.
Potential energy and kinetic energy.
Oh, very much so. But see, they teach us to ignore the very real parts about ourselves so that we can stay imprisoned by the very fake parts of ourselves. Now, me and Grace are going to get into this Beverly thing for a second. And after that, I'm going to share with you all for the first time one of the visions that God brought to my mind yesterday. I would have to say 65% of the things that I know, that I speak about, especially the things that make people uncomfortable, 65% I know physically. The other 35% comes from God. Most of the things that you have heard me come forward and speak of, I've never spoke of as a prediction. I've never said it's because I'm a psychic. Girl, I don't claim titles.
No one will be saying that.
I don't claim titles. What I am, though, is a vessel of God. The United States is taking in record profits on tariffs, which is going to do great things for our country. That was just tweeted on X by our president, the 47th president, Donald J. Trump. And it's good news. Now, I keep telling people that most things that I see in life, I've seen twice. Oh, great. You ordered the book. Excited to jump in. Fabulous.
Oh, yay.
I'll make a deal with you guys. If 250 people buy that book, I might be able to call the author.
Oh.
And see if she would come to do a wrap-up with us while we're live on how to make sure you don't miss the message and apply the learning so you can do it at hyper speed.
Oh.
If 100 of you get the book, we'll do the book reading. We'll do the book club. 250 of you get it, I'm going to call the author myself. Actually, you know what, Grace? Hold on one second. I'm going to call you right back while you're getting the cards together. Hold on. Actually, let me see if... Yeah, no. I'm going to call you right back.
That's all right. I'm just assuming up.
Okay. You guys know me. I'm always in the spirit.
Hello, my love.
I'm live on YouTube. If you don't want to continue speaking, just let me know and we'll talk offline. But we're having a very important moment. I'm introducing them to Superlearning 3000.
Oh my! But you know what? I also want to introduce them to my next best book, Guiding Genius.
Okay, well, then you showed, I called you, the spirit is always right. Grand Rising. This is my Muti. This is my favorite first cousin and my father's favorite niece.
Thank you.
And I was talking with them, you know, in the midst of my exposure campaigns and going for justice and making sure that artistry can become cruelty-free.
Yes.
Me and this community. We're almost about 55,000 strong on YouTube now on this channel.
Oh my.
And we have about 600 people here. I would appreciate 100 more likes for my Muti.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
We want to make sure this message gets out. But I was just showing them the prelogue and we were reading the first picture. And someone suggested book club. And so I said to them, if 100 people can get the book, we'll do a members only reading. And my apprentice Grace, who you're going to meet soon, she's going to be doing the reading and I'll be doing the Q&A. But I said, if 250 people get the book, we might be able to persuade you to come and walk us through it to make sure that the knowledge we accrue is applied.
I'm already persuaded.
Oh! Do you hear that, guys? If 250 of you go out and get this book, we're going to be able to get the actual author. Oh, yes. Great. Thank you, Jay Mizak. He just, my moderator, just put the link to the book in the chat. So now people have access to the hyperlink while we're live for Superlearning 3000. But maybe when we have that conversation, you can also talk to us about the new book. Now, tell us about that, because I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, Guiding Genius is a simpler version, an easier version for parents to use to identify and nurture their child's genius. I didn't realize how complex Superlearning was until I was writing this book. And so for parents, I recommend Guiding Genius, How to Identify and Nurture Your Child's Genius. And they're both available on Amazon.com. And just today, I was invited to be a part of the beta testing of the audio version of this book. And I said yes to them. And so that's what I'll be doing all this afternoon is doing whatever they ask to get both books on Audible. And so I am so happy to announce that firsthand today.
Yay! Right here, exclusive on the Jaguar Wright Effect here on YouTube.
That's right. That's right. And this, because our children don't want to read now because of electronics and video, and they're not using the reading is the exercise of the brain. And in order to exercise your brain, you breathe and you read. And then you use mind mapping, which is introduced in both books, as a way of scribing what you have learned in a way that it goes into your brain like the synapses are built in your brain. So it's permanent. And even though they say, well, why do I need to write it down if it's going to be permanent? Well, if you don't write, when you write it down, it becomes permanent. But if you don't write it, it won't become permanent. And so when children are learning to do this mind mapping technique, which I've been sharing for 33 years, it built in such a way that when you breathe and relax, you can retrieve everything that you put on that mind map. And so even though I don't go back and reread my mind maps, I know it's there. Because when I read, it just flips out and even enhances from my new knowledge that I receive on a day-to-day basis. And so when you read to relax, to learn, you can do anything, but you've got to decide what you want to do, how you want to do it, and you write it down on a mind map. And I call putting it in the mind map for life in balance, so that you don't leave any part out. So all of you are living your genius in a wholesome, holistic way.
And genius is available to all. They only have to receive the information.
That's right. And because it's inside of them. I call it the God spark.
Yes. I
And
know.
the
I
thing
just
is,
lost my studio. I flipped around. I'm here. Oh, they're enjoying this, Muti. Please go.
okay. But anyways, the children and everyone, and see, some people say, well, I don't have any children. Well, your inner child needs this also. If you've always had a dream, if you've always had an idea that you wanted to pursue, using this book with the mind mapping and the breathing and the thought provoking information, you can now do that. And you don't have to go anywhere. You just got to go inside. You breathe into the count of 7 and then out to the count of 10. And when you add the numbers 7 and 10 across, it's a 7 and a 1, that's an 8. And 8 is infinity turned when you lay it on its side. And it's infinite learning, an infinite remembering, an infinite being. We're now going into the golden age of peace. And to do this, you need your highest self, you need your best self, and you need your best life to do so. And so I tell everybody, you just start with yourself. I am wonderful. When I was 7 years old, when I got baptized, I came up from the water and I said to my minister, Reverend I.S. Cole, I am God's love on earth. And when I said that to him, he said, you certainly are, and you always have been. And I hear his voice. I see my smile. I feel that feeling of joy every time I have that memory. And so, and I say to everybody, you have your job. Your full-time job is being God's love on earth, your creator's love on earth. And everything else is just an assignment. So if you lose your assignment, so what? You go to your next assignment. But you never lose your job. Your job is to breathe and to be, Be the best you can be.
Oh, fabulous. And they don't know how lucky they are, because you are my hope chest of joy and expansion.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad you called me.
Well, I meant to call you because I'm going to see Sophia Stewart very soon. I'm going to be sitting down with her in person to have a real conversation, and our friendship is growing, and I have to get the two of you together.
Yes.
I always share with her how you tell everyone, go and watch the first Matrix, the first one.
Oh,
So do you know what a joy it is to have her in my life after everything that you've taught me and so many other people? And I got to put the two of you together.
Yes. And the extra gift by getting my book, Superlearning 3000 and Guiding Genius.
Oh, and by the way, Jay Mizak already dropped the link to Guiding Genius, the hyperlink. It's here in the chat now. I'm going to get ready to take it and re-up it because we still have Super Learning 3000. But now that we're talking about that, Jay, I'm going to go back and repin it in the chat. I just wanted everyone to know that it's available now.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. But the extra gift that everyone gets is the genius of my son, Kadir Nelson, who...
Actually, one of his biggest fans is in the chat right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
When I showed them the book, I didn't tell them at first that it was family, but they said, Kadir Nelson is my inspiration. I follow him on IG. And yeah, you're
wow.
talking to the blessing, the gift from God that brought all of that here and guided
My.
it. Go ahead, please keep going. I just had to let them know that.
Yes. The cover is from Kadir, the new cover. And also inside there are 16 different drawings he did when he was just 17 years old. And I asked him, did he want to read my manuscript so he could do the cover of do all the drawings for the book? He said, Mom, you fool sped us this information since we were babies. No, I don't need to read the book again. And then when he drew the pictures, all I could do was cry. I said, how did he do this?
I felt the same way with Sam's canvases before we were separated, you know?
Yes, yes.
He was great. I've always, so you already know what my hope and dream is. I put it in a pink bubble, and I believe it'll be so.
That's right.
Our family.
And speaking of the pink bubble.
Yes.
Whenever anything, anything taxes your mind, hurts your heart, put it in a pink bubble. That pink bubble is from our Creator. I teach something called the Merkaba. And the 14th breath, everything turns to the 13th breath. Everything that you breathe that comes from the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, it radiates from your heart in a pink bubble of Christ consciousness love. And it's so important because that love, that heart is in every person, no matter what your belief system is. Everybody has the power to breathe through the heart love and compassion and nurturing for all people. You make sure that you say it for all people, because all people is you. It's only one of us. I'm one with our Creator. You're one with our Creator. Oh, it's only one of us. And when I get an inspiration, it is going to all people at the same time. That's why I think I'm always going back to kindergarten in my learning, because there's so much and it's all one.
Yeah.
And so I've traveled the world seeing how everybody, all different religions, are one.
I've never really gotten into a lot of the personal things between you and I online. I cherish our relationship, and the pressure that comes along with what I do, and I've always tried to shield you from it.
Yes.
And just anyone that I love. And I said, this morning when I decided to bring this conversation, Superlearning 3000, to my people, I said that's exactly what the enemy wants. Because the truth is, if anyone should be making sure that people get it with the kind of voice that I have and the influence that it reaches and the places that it goes, I need to be doing this. I need to be sharing this information. If I'm going to be causing the matter of the kind of world that I want, then hiding away information that I know is so crucial is against it's against what he wants. And that's why I said, you know what, let me call Muti and let's have that moment with all of these souls.
Oh, this is so wonderful. This is so wonderful. As I have been pondering us dawning into the golden age of peace, which is now. My father, 70 years ago, told me about
the end of time and the beginnings of time. The beginnings is the golden age of peace, where the wheat is separated from the chaff. So therefore, those who you feel are hurting you or not good for you, just let them breathe and let them go in a pink bubble. Just let them go. And keep yourself in a pink bubble. They say on the plane, you got to put your own mask on first before you can help anybody else. Mm-hmm. Well, put yourself in a pink bubble first, and then put everybody else in a pink bubble. And that pink bubble shields you from any hurt, any harm. I know it because I've been using it all my life. Yeah. All my life. And then when I put everybody else in a pink bubble, I do them no harm. I just shield them from hurting me or anybody else. So as I am living in this nice pink bubble of love and nurturing of our Creator, mm-hmm. I listen to wonderful music all day. Most of my television time is music and beautiful visuals of the sacredness of our life. My newest book is called Divine Mind. And I've been doing all this work with right brain, left brain, and the whole mind. But now, Divine Mind is the real truth of it all, leaving nothing out. And that'll be published in a couple of months. And so, I'm looking forward to reading it myself.
Isn't that beautiful when God puts it in you and then, you do your job and you let it out and then you actually learn after. I find that happening to me all the time.
Yes. Then I become a student and know that I'm a student and everybody else is teaching me a part of what I know. Yeah. And when you become teachable, that's when you really have fun learning from everyone.
Yeah. Because you can learn from everyone.
Yes. Even the children. Oh, especially the children.
Well, the children are the best teachers. They're the ones that haven't bought into the lie not to trust themselves.
That's right. Because when they trust themselves, they can hear their heart. Mm. They can hear their intuition, their internal moral compass, which will never lead them wrong because that internal moral compass comes from our Creator directly to you. And therefore you can trust it. So anybody else is trying to lie to you or get you to do something that's against your principles or against what you know to be the truth, especially children, they can say, nope, I've never heard that from inside. I've never
Get
heard
your
that
divine inspiration direct to consumer.
Yes.
Direct to consumer.
That's that divine spark.
Yeah.
That's become one of my favorite words, divine spark, which is the holy instant, which is the now, right here and now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right here and now. The only reality there is that divine spark in the now.
This week, I challenged everyone on Manifestation Monday. That's what I'm calling it now.
Yes.
I challenged everyone to steer into the crash of life. They say when you get into a car accident, hands on the wheel, steer into the way the car is moving. Don't steer away. When you steer away, that's where the harm and the collision and the calamity comes. But when you steer right, everything will naturally find its center of gravity and go in right alignment.
Right.
And it's the same way with God. Sometimes what we see in life, it looks like it's a crash coming. Got to steer in because God works miracles in that moment. And that's what you're calling the divine instant.
Yes.
We have to be able to trust that everything is done in order of the way the universe wanted it, regardless if it's wanted or unwanted to you. The universe wants it to happen, and it's in that moment where we put everything in that pink bubble that you were sharing with them, and we let it go, like Daddy used to say, let go and let God.
That's
and
right.
then God sorts it out And that's how you become a miracle. So I keep
Yes.
trying to encourage everyone, don't be afraid of the things you don't understand or that seem unwanted,
Yes.
because that's God's moment to use you as a miracle.
Yes. Wow.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you saying wow, but I learned it all from you. You and Daddy.
But you know what? When I say wow, it's because you're teaching me back. Sometimes what I teach.
Well, you've taught enough to forget. You probably taught more than most people will ever remember.
Oh, thank you.
I was reading them, some of your blurbs and the excerpts from the book, and on the back of Superlearning 3000, because I have that copy that we purchased a couple of months
Yes.
ago, and from Dr. Guerta Nicholas, and I was just letting them know that there are a lot of books that say they teach empowerment, but there are very few that you can implement into the school system where I mean, do you remember the year that they honored you? What was it? 95% of the autistic students were able to integrate back into a
That's right.
classroom.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Because autism is a genius. We just don't know how to use it yet. Autism is not a disability. It is one of our geniuses. And
Absolutely.
that's part of my research that I'm still researching, because every autistic child that I have met autistic children in the supermarket who looked at me, saw my energy, and started talking to me. And the mother said, please keep talking. Stay with my child just for a minute because he doesn't do this.
Yeah.
And of course, I said, I would love to. And then I would kneel down and have a wonderful conversation. And then afterwards, the parent would ask, what happened? I said, oh, they can just feel my energy, and which is love, which is our creator. And I talk to everybody, especially my autistic children, because they so rarely feel like they can be heard.
Mm.
But then they can look at my energy and feel she'll listen to me and start talking. And when I have autistic children who are at my camp, I sit them right next to me, get them to drink water and breathe deeply. And I smile at them so they can feel the love. And then they're as good as gold, having the best time of their life. So I welcome my autistic children, no matter how bad they are, or as I say bad, how deep they are in the spectrum. Yes.
Everyone can be
Wonderful.
reached.
Yes, with love.
And like I've always told you, I call the autistic babies the designer babies.
Ah.
They are the ones with all the special little magical gifts and bobs, but you have to know their value in order to be able to properly utilize them and appreciate them.
Yes, yes,
And that's
yes.
where a lot of
Designer
us go
babies.
wrong. We're so busy trying to make someone else communicate the way we're used to that we're missing the opportunity to learn how to communicate on a much higher level. And that's what it is with autism.
Yes.
They're communicating
And
on a
guess what?
higher level.
Yes. Dyslexia is another genius.
Well, you know I have that.
And when you have dyslexia, you can read the other way.
I know.
And because you can read the other way, you'll get stuff that we'll all miss.
That part. If people really appreciated how amazing the mind is and how God gave us this incredible thing that sits between our ears and we don't really pay attention to it as much as we should. And that's where our conversation led us to Superlearning 3000, because me and my apprentice Grace, my God, you know, I was saying, you know, how the average human being only uses or accesses 3 to 5% of their brain. She said, that's not true. We have access to all of it. We've just been taught not to access it. And
that's right.
I think when it comes to our autistic community, they have, I would say, the backstage pass to that way of thinking and using your mind. And Rather than us trying to dumb them down, we need to smarten up and open ourselves up because they feel those
Yes.
frequencies. You know, those
Yes.
children
Yes.
that come up
Yes.
to you that don't speak, that don't talk, that God frequency that radiates from you, they feel it immediately. And
Yes,
it's,
they do.
there's no way you can tell me that God isn't real when I see you working with people.
Thank
And
you.
we were talking about AS and, you know, Asperger's autism.
Yes.
And, you know,
Yes.
that's what Sam has. And there's another young man, he's about 27 years old. I'm going to send you his picture. I feel he needs all of the pink bubble he can get.
Yes.
His
And he
mother
give,
just
give, give
passed
it to
away, and I
himself.
believe they're trying to frame him for something that he couldn't possibly have done because
Oh,
of the way he is.
right.
And he's being taken advantage of by the music industry. His mother was in
Oh,
the industry, and she was starting to speak out. And I just want to put him, his name is Michael Archer Jr. I want to put him in a
Michael.
pink bubble
Yes.
because
Let me
people
write
don't
this down.
understand how easily, because of the way their minds work, they don't always see when people are manipulating them.
Michael Archer, last name?
Junior, Michael
Oh,
Archer.
Junior.
Archer is his last name. Michael Archer Jr.
Okay. I just put him through a double bubble,
Thank
a
you.
double heart,
Thank you.
and
He
sending him
has
love.
very duplicitous people around him. And I believe they're going to use his special quality against him. So I just wanted to, you know, wrap
Oh,
up
yeah.
with that there with you. And I'm going to call you back after we go off live. Me and Grace are about to do a reading, a spiritual reading. And
Okay.
but I wanted them to have this exclusive moment with you. And once again, if we can get 250 people, y'all post y'all
I'll be there.
receipts.
I'll
Muti
be
will
there.
be there and we will continue this conversation after we've
That's
read the
right.
book and we're actually prepared to receive all of the
Uh,
teachable moments that she is going to give us to make sure that learned knowledge becomes applied knowledge.
that's right. Woo-hoo. Go ahead, speak it.
Well, it's easy to do. It's not like I got to sell anything. You're amazing. Somebody
I
said,
love
I
you.
wish my beautiful boy could meet someone like this lady. Well,
Oh, you can.
if I were you,
And Zoom is real.
get that book. Morning, Fel. I got the file. I'm going to check it in a second. If you get that book, maybe you can come to that private members only live when we can get Muti to show up and share all of this wonderfulness with us. Somebody said,
Yes,
actually,
yes.
not somebody, one of my big moderators, you know, she's our General S. Patton these days, keeping our chat safe and keeping all of the harm away. She says, this is such a great live. This is the Jag these folk refuse to see. And you know what? That's
Uh,
okay, Auntie Leah. People see what they want to see.
right. And it's none of your business. Bless them, put them in the pea bubble, and let
And let
them
it go.
just float away
Yeah.
without anger, without any angst, without any hurt at all. Just put them in the pink bubble, and therefore you've done, and put yourself in the pink bubble at the same time. So you've done you both a favor.
That part.
Wonderful. Yes.
Well, I love you, and I know you're gonna be busy. Would later on this afternoon work for you, or
I,
tomorrow?
I will note this afternoon I am available. I'll make
Okay.
myself totally available.
Well, then I'm gonna text you as soon as I'm done and see if the time works out, because I have news on that field trip we were talking about, and it's looking
Yes,
like we might
wonderful.
be able to book it very soon. So I have to go over stuff with you.
Okay, good.
Love you.
Wonderful. I love you more.
I know you do. I'm trying to learn how to be able to say that's not true. You would have to love me more to love me through everything you've loved me through that kept me here.
Yes. You're not going nowhere.
I know.
I have known you since you were a little girl, and at
You were the
3 years
first
old.
person to hear me sing, if I'm
Yes,
correct.
yes, and I was like, oh my God, you have such a powerful voice to be so little, and I adopted you right then,
Well,
right
I'm
then.
glad. I'm glad because I definitely got the right adopted parent.
Yes. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I love you so much.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say to YouTube before you take your leave?
Uh, just, just know that everybody is you. And if you have an issue with someone, look at yourself first and see what issue you have inside and let that go. And then put yourself in a pink bubble, breathe, and love God and love everyone, all humanity. Thank you.
You're getting a bunch of hearts in the chat, by the way. They adore you. They want to steal you from me, I think. I'll let you borrow her in alive. But
That's
get the
right. That's
book.
right. Yes,
All
yes,
right, Muti,
yes.
love you, and I'll talk to you soon this afternoon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Mwah.
Peace and blessings.
That was my Muti. In old African dialect, the word Muti means mother of mothers. That's why you'll hear me call Sophia Stewart Muti at times. Mother of mothers. Everything that I am as a person. Everything. Yes, the link is pinned in the chat. I'm not sure if there's an ebook. Hey, welcome, David. Welcome, you're a member. I'm not sure. But me and Grace, let me get Grace back in. Let me get her back in. I don't know how much of that you were able to catch, but Muti just left us.
I caught the end of it. Oh, that was so good. I hope the children enjoyed it. Girl, I was over there listening. I was just like, no way. You know how you remember when, I heard about the great and I sounded like this?
Uh-huh.
That's how it feels right now. And I'm just like, oh shit, like, come on, children, we have a book club. We need to get started.
Oh, congratulations, David. I promise you, some of the smartest money you'll ever spend. So Muti has agreed, 250 book sales, and we're going to break. Oh, she says love to all of you and thank you for brightening her day. She said she really just enjoyed this impromptu conversation with all of you.
That was so cool. She was awesome, and she's just so sweet. She's everything.
Yeah.
She's everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait till I get her and Sophia together.
Girl. You know I'm a good girl. Girl. When I tell you I've gotta be there. I've gotta be there. I don't have to say anything.
Oh, my
I just want to
goodness.
be in attendance. Girl,
Her wisdom. I'm going to tell you something right now. When Giovanni passed away,
yeah,
it was a very volatile time in my heart, soul, mind, body, and spirit. And she put me and him in that pink bubble. You want to know what's sad? When we went to go visit her in Miami before she left, me and Gerald, she literally did his macabre training herself.
That's interesting.
And she gave him a copy of this book as a wedding gift. And she autographed it for him. And I'll never forget when things started getting weird. And I told him, I'm going to have to leave you behind, 555 in the building. He says, "You not taking my book that Mookie gave me. She signed it to me. My name is on it." And I looked at him and I said, "And I put you in this book in a pink bubble and I wish you all the best."
Girl.
You need to keep that book. I hope he's reading it.
Girl, I hope so.
Child,
Girl, like,
he grabbed onto that book like it was the Holy Grail. And like I was Indiana Jones coming with the lost raiders of the ark, child. Girl.
But you know what's funny though? But what's funny though, girl, is that I can't even. I don't have an opinion on how he was like, "Let me keep the book," because girl, you know me. You know me.
Honey, listen to me.
Go, but leave the book behind.
Listen to me. The greatest wedding gift he ever got was that book, and I leave it there. I leave it there. Don't take him to the river. Take him to the book.
Girl, no, girl. That's too funny, girl.
No,
Girl,
but man, but honestly though, like even with him, she was so amazing. She knew how to cut right through the noise in him, and just. I wish he could have spent more time with him, not for our marriage, but just for himself. I wish Muti for everyone.
She's amazing. Like I can already feel it. She's amazing. And if you get her and Sophia sitting in the same room, girl.
She worked with the Dalai Lama before he started sticking his tongue in kids' mouths. Like she's beyond. She was working with the Dalai Lama when he was pure, you know? She's been all over the world.
I like how you just decided to just jug everybody right quick and then move on. Like, girl, this is why I love you.
Well, no, you know what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. It's funny. Like, I think it's funny. Now, if they're mad at me for thinking that it's funny,
actually,
that's fine.
Muti is correctly spelled Muti, technically. Yeah, no, I'm so glad that we got to have that moment with her.
That is so cool.
I might make this a members only live just for that. After this, like I might make this members only, because the truth is that moment wasn't for the trolls. It wasn't for the weirdos. It was for those of you who really want. But you know what though? At the same time, maybe I should leave it public, because the truth is, even all of those people that do all of the crazy things they do to us or try to do to us, they need it most.
And they're lucky that that's what Muti just taught us.
Listen to me. That's all right, Auntie Leah. Look, let this be the live. You get to put your wrench down and get something out of it.
Girl, I know you heard in my voice when I said that. Like, yeah, Muti just taught us that. So, okay.
So I think that's going to make that'll make an excellent members only live. You'll get Grace to orate the book. Yeah. I will be there to make sure that our applied knowledge is knowledging, and then Muti will be able to make sure that we get to keep everything that we get. I think that's really going to be a levitate. Oh, no, she agreed. She agreed to come. She agreed to come and really teach us how to apply everything that we learn in the books. And I couldn't think of a better way to start a book club. I wasn't thinking we were going to start a book club, but yeah, let's do it. You know how many amazing authors I know? And then maybe after that, we should finally get around to the Woodshed and doing the Woodshed book reading as well, before I unredact it and put all the names in.
Oh. Girl, I love how you just be ready to choose violence. I'm like, there's even violence at the library, and guess what?
Oh, I love it. I think it's going to be fabulous. And not only that, our community, it means the world to us. So we want to make sure that you get everything. Let them go over there and do what they want to do. Let them sit with the liars and the frauds and let them do that. We're going to put them in a pink bubble, and we're going to keep accelerating, because I'm going to tell you something right there. This is super learning backwards. This is super learning in reverse.
I'm telling you, like, the animals they got it together more.
This is super learning. This is what happens When you're learning the wrong way. This is what
Girl,
happens.
no. Girl, I just saw what you put on that screen.
This is what happens.
Him, girl, looking like
this is what happens.
Squirrel, girl. Like, this is why we got to save the people.
Lies
like,
on the courthouse. Lies on the courthouse step. This is what happens.
Girl, no. Girl, no. Mm-mm.
But see, when we put the craziness aside and we bring ourselves back to Shangri-La, see, we can get nurturing here.
Girl. She said, when we come back to Shangri-La, girl, you listen. Girl, I get tired. We just don't want the children to be meerkats.
I wasn't trying to bring your vibration down. I'm just trying to show you what we're trying to get away from and where we're trying to go to.
Listen, no,
because we ingested a lot of that crap.
Yeah, like you have to learn how to be fluid sometimes. Sometimes, I told them last time, it's kind of like you have to learn how to, keep in touch with the chakras. Like sometimes you will be all up in your crown chakra and then something go on unexpected and then you down to your root chakra and you have to be able to bounce back and forth, darling. You can't. Because that muskrat would scare anybody. You're going to knock you off your doggone chakra point for a second.
Will do, Auntie Leah.
Bounce back.
So,
bounce back.
Grace?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to do the reading on Beverly Rhodes? I'm going to give y'all a little piece.
Since they lied.
While I have me a little second. Go on ahead.
Girl, it's since they lying on me and everything else, that's fine. I don't even know Beverly like that, but technically, since they coming over here making the contract for everybody, then sure, I have permission. Let's do this. Should we start from the top, or do we want to start about where we've been seeing some things lately? Just, she ain't tell you. I'm going to tell y'all.
No, like, just take it. No, Grace, this all you. My device is going to be dying soon. Just let them eat cake. Go on now.
Okay, well, that's fine. Then let's go ahead and breathe out. Since, we have
starting to get warm.
You starting to get warm? Girl, that's funny because it done just got chilly to me. And it's real funny.
Well, I am sitting in the sun.
That's all right.
On a mountain. Can't hide from God or those rays.
Girl, ooh, no, not the wounded healer. Okay, that's one.
Oh.
6. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to see some things. The question is, do you want us to play nice, or do you want us to be gangster?
I think we listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Well, first of all, I can see that black witch again. She's in the forest. You remember that jar that she got put in? Where it's cloudy? I see her. She's inside that jar. And she's suffocating in there.
Let's just get it out in the open and get it straight. Is Beverly Rhodes practicing witchcraft and using frequency poisoning in her online transmissions?
You speak up in pleasures. Somebody's starting to speak up. Somebody's not pleased that we're asking questions.
Of course not. The devil is always mad when God comes into the room. Has Beverly Rhodes been using comedic science in a negative way?
Queen of Diddy.
Psst.
What type of creation are we making, Spirit? Ooh, long booby Susie.
That's never a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Does Shaun Atwood have knowledge that Beverly Rhodes practices dark knowledge?
Soul forgiveness.
Mm.
He may. He might. His hands could be clean.
And yet there's something hiding behind that shadow.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know I could see that, did you?
Oh, girl, I already knew you could. What you mean, girl? Look, I'm already up here. I'm already up here. And it's interesting.
When Beverly... What?
You remember the witch's house? What it looked like the first time? When she was trying to menace?
Mm-hmm.
The house is transforming. It's a castle. The castle is underneath black, dark clouds. It's not storm clouds. They're just all black and gray. They're not moving. I can hear whispers like in the wind. Not like it's windy. It's like full out whispers. Oh, ain't that some shit? There's a black bird in this tree. And behind the tree is a graveyard. But the house is black. And there's cobwebs all around it.
Just so you know, Grace and I have become very skilled at interpreting dreams and visions. It's almost gotten so scary between us now.
Awakening.
That you can pretty much see everything that's in my mind, and sometimes vice versa. My spiritual mirror.
I kept telling everybody we live in Wonderland, but they don't want to believe me. It's fine.
When Beverly Rhodes was doing my off-road DNA online, was she accurate about me?
She was accurate about one thing.
What?
Ooh, gangster. She was only accurate about one thing.
What was that?
And that was the reading that me and you did 2 days before you did that with her.
Yeah.
The royal bloodline. That's why I thought it was interesting that she did that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool because she was accurate.
Which means the knowledge that she was looking for when she was reading me was for information about me. She wasn't telling me anything I don't already know about myself. She was confirming for whoever she's working with. She's working with Shaun Atwood, isn't she?
I mean, isn't that the platform that she's on?
Yeah. The only people that are interested in hunting true spirituals are demonic forces.
Those who wish for us not to see.
Like I said, y'all don't see me wear what he sent me anymore. But that, my Muti gave that to me. My quartz crystal. I carry it with me everywhere I go. Oh, a lot of witches pretend to be psychic. See, to say psychic, psychic is to dark worker what, let me make sure I have the right comparison.
I just wish that they would stop calling us that. Like, they keep running around. I wish they stopped saying that I said that. Oh, no.
A light
No.
worker, a light
You do
worker
not have
could
permission
never
to
be
be
a
in this
witch.
aura space. You do not have permission to be in this aura space. All of you listening and paying attention, I understand something. I feel you and I see you. You are not welcome here. In fact, I think it would be safe if you go play somewhere
You should
else.
leave
Because
right now.
the longer you stay, you gave me consent to see into you.
I tell you one thing, I wish I wasn't still so unnerved by yesterday afternoon's trip into God consciousness.
It's wild.
Yesterday I was forced to have visions.
Mm-hmm.
There is a reason why I asked Muti to put Michael Archer Jr. in a pink bubble. I was visited yesterday by his mother, Angie Stone.
And I wish they would get on here and claim that you lying and playing games, because I will sit here and tell them what else happened before yesterday.
For whatever reason, Source Consciousness wanted me to take a walk in Angie Stone's shoes. The last 12 hours of her life, it was horrific. What was worse was, though I couldn't see everything, what I could see and feel what was coming out of her. I could barely speak when I called Grace after I came out. Because everything I felt, I thought it had happened to me. You remember, Grace, when I first said, I said, oh my God, Grace, I just saw how they're going to unalive me. It wasn't me. I'll tell you one thing. Michael Archer Sr. is about as devoted Satanist as I've ever seen in my life. Boom, 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 boom. Watch them all begin to fry for a slice of the devil's pie. That's what they're counting on. They're counting on you not believing it all. Matter of fact, they're preying on it. And I mean with an EY, not an AY.
Yeah. They want you to keep believing that reality isn't real.
The spirit of Angie Stone is at full unrest, and what she is most worried about is her son, Michael.
And they might want to be careful because...
And with Michael being autistic, and after us talking with Muti, for explaining to you how special they are, how truly amazing they are. But for those of us who are parents, we know what social pressure and wrong influence can do to them, even if it's just to confuse them into shutting down so they don't want to know the truth. It has been alleged that the assistant, the duplicitous assistant, Sheena, even though she was only working for Angie Stone for 6 months, she had been involved with Michael Jr., providing him with her feminine wilds that have been purchased many times over, allegedly. She was a prostitute before she became a personal assistant and weaseled her way into that family and that home.
I'm not understanding. Like, I'm just not understanding.
Imagine a
like,
mother whose
Uh-uh.
only want is for her son to be happy because she brought him here in love. She just didn't count on the fact that his father wasn't interested in love. He was interested in being worshipped and being famous. And that wasn't the first time that happened to Angie, because it happened to her with her first husband. Actually, her only husband. Mr. Stone, Diamond's father. He abandoned her and the baby so that he could be famous. What a cruel reality to be forced to live twice. But the way they're making it seem as though there's possibility that Michael is an accomplice. And I don't believe that to be true. I believe that there were forces outside of that household that were managing that person they put in that household as a handler to handle up all mother and son. And I wouldn't put it past Michael Archer to be willing to let his son be. I wouldn't put it past him.
Medusa.
He is the great betrayer. And he only spends time with treacherous people. With the Roots crew, betrayal is a sport. They up the ante on how they betray people every day and every night. But let's not stray too far. Back to Beverly, the witch. Spirit, I asked you directly. Has Beverly Rhodes been brought to YouTube to bewitch the audience?
They're here. Right. And it's funny. Like, it's real funny that they're just here.
Grace, let's make sure we don't lead people too far away from where they can fathom things. How about we do the Gumatria while we're at it? This is what we're planning on doing, with tracking the pain. Let's give them a little example. Where are we at so far with the cards?
Right now, we were grief that came out because it all ties together. That plot of land, like that home with the castle, the tree, graveyard, they have the women in red standing there. There's 5 of them.
Why don't we do the numbers now before we move forward? Because I have a very important question that we need to breach very shortly. Thank you for the 565 likes. See, there's no reason for me to calm down now. What are the numbers that we have so far?
1. 6. 2.
Let's start. And 4?
That's just for now. This what I'm seeing that's just interesting. The ground is starting to form. Like, at first it was dirt, like just dead earth. Women in red are standing here, all 5 of them, and they're trying to like raise the grass through the dead earth. Like, I'm seeing green worms pop out, but it's not working.
Gumatria calculator. Let's look at the numbers for 1, 6, 2, and 4.
1, 6, 2, 4.
And this is under Jewish Gematria, which is, you know, the old school.
Wonderful.
These are the words that are associated with this God way identified. Donald John Trump fakes his death. 7 spirits of Christ. Metatron, Metatron, Metatron. Solving this problem simple. MK Ultra. Oh wow, blowjob. Is without pride. Still married to my eternal husband. Beware of false prophets. I lie to you not. This is all in the count. This is all in my Gematria calculator.
Ain't that something? Girl, not that the numbers.
Wait a minute. Facebook deleted from. Oh wow. Hold on.
Girl.
Jehovah. I'm without sin. What? Crown Royal?
Girl. But everybody think we be playing when we tell them that they exist.
Maybe. They should be giving us some money. Grand Rising Gorgeous.
Grand Rising.
We're just doing our little reading and
Just want to see how
you look good.
Thank you. I'm going to
Hold on a second.
not.
Good in room 2. You know this bitch is trying to come outside. What you want me to do with it?
You can let him out. Ain't no food out here.
Okay, because I just told her, oh, get away.
Ain't no food out here.
I'm so mad I left my water. Maybe that's what it's too. Go.
Okay, I don't need the ad. All right, back to this gematria list. Jesus returned. I'm back. Wow. I mean, now understand this. When you go through a gematria calendar, it gives you the word for the numbers of what all of it is. But considering what we're talking about, I would have to say we need to just kind of stay in the guidelines of the false prophet thing, because that's where we are.
And do you want to know what's funny that you say that, and for the children in the back that think that everybody be playing in this realm? I pulled 3 more.
Oh!
While you were reading the list.
And
as you were saying those false prophets, we have radical rebirth, we have truth, and then we have Medusa. 5, 7, 5.
You know what? Let's just back that up and see what pops up under 575.
Oh, absolutely. Because that's the response to, the first one. Let's see what happens.
Here we go. And for those who want to participate in the new book club, the JFX book club, hit that link. It's pinned in the chat.
All
right, here we go. 575. Results by Jewish gematria. Trumpet. Preached the gospel of God. Electromagnetism. Almighty. Slandered it, bride of God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Rising and shining. Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, October 1st keeps coming up in a lot of our readings too. God preached, wait a minute, God preached repentance. Bada Quebec. The God of second chances. Oh, wow. Chris Dennis, the minute. My God. Oh. Be the end of pretending. Ah!
Was that the energy for?
That's for 575.
Oh, okay. And yeah, and as we were reading them, we got the last one. It's only 2 of them.
What are those numbers?
9 and 6.
Oh, ho, ho. Juby?
Jumbi. Jumbi.
9 and 6.
And that divine line.
In Hebrew Gumatria, the number 9 and 6 is associated with the Hebrew word, which translates to swore, bound, or made an oath. Gematria basics. Gematria is a system that assigns numerical value to each letter of the Hebrew alphabet, just in case y'all didn't know. All right, now let's look at the calculator. Let's see what comes up for old 9 and 6. Bound by oath, like here we go. Hey, Queen, welcome. Thank you. Oh, let's see.
What are we learning new today, girl?
The words that come up under 9 and 6. Girl, you won't believe what's first on the list.
Go what?
Grace. I'm screenshotting this. I'm screenshotting this.
You gotta
Black magic. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I think they trying to God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. 1 in the chat.
Can they hear us, girl? Oh no.
Put a 1 in the chat.
Wait. Girl, no, not that they're doing
No,
this.
they're not. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Girl, not with a girl.
Ooh. Grace.
Oh, TV.
Grace.
Girl, not that.
Oh, wait a minute. Grace.
Girl, not that.
Oh, wait a minute. The chat just put a 1 in the chat if you get. They mad, huh? Ooh, they mad.
It's not that they mad.
Ooh, they mad. Ooh, no.
This is not.
Ooh, they mad. What? We can't tell y'all the numbers.
Sesame Street is not a nice place to live.
What?
They're very mean over here.
No. Well, hold on. Wait a minute, guys. I just need to make a quick announcement so y'all can hear me right quick. Wait a minute. I'm going to move over. I got to find.
Help, y'all. Can y'all hear us?
Everyone who ordered shirts, they're going to be shipped out Friday. So, yes, Jaguar Wright shirts are coming out this week. Yay!
Girl, I'm so glad the shirt's coming through. Girl, they just be playing with everything.
They mad. They mad.
We still spinning, girl?
No, we back. I'm about to move around. Because they mad, y'all.
Children, they have us spinning, y'all.
You got me going in circles. Oh, round and round I go. They got me going in circles. Why? Why y'all want me to go round and round?
Girl, not
Why y'all want me to go round and round? Like Tevin Campbell with Prince. I don't understand.
Girl, they got us doing Fruit Loops, girl,
Why?
not the loops
What
and
we say?
swirls. I
What
don't
for
understand.
come?
We were just doing math. I'm not understanding.
Why for come?
I don't
cannot do the
understand.
math?
We were just doing math.
No math?
That's not right. Y'all teach math.
Why not? not?
They teach
Why
math
can't
like
we go
science
live and do math?
does.
What happened?
You can get
Why
on
they
YouTube right
stop
now and
us?
type in algebra for fifth graders, and it will come up. Why all of a sudden we can't do math?
You better tell them, oh Gigi. You better tell the devil we gonna stomp on his head today. Ooh, they mad. They mad. We done taught the children. That's what happens. You share the super learning, and then they want you to keep it to yourself. They don't want you to share it with the
That's
world.
not nice. But that's not nice. The universe don't respond like that. We're
Sharing is
breaking divine
sharing.
law. It don't
Listen,
work like that.
we gonna put
You have to. You
YouTube.
can't force.
Today we gonna put YouTube in a bubble, and we gonna pray for all of
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay. Goodbye.
My God, like that's just craziness. Just the craziness. Oh
It's
my
just the
goodness! You try to
rudeness.
tell people
It's
the
the
truth, and they
rudeness
want to
for me.
shut you down. They want to move you around. They want to do all kinds of things. I don't get it.
They don't even come knock and say, "Excuse me, we have a note from the
This
fire
isn't even
marshal."
about
Like
fair
they just
use.
want to say I'm
This ain't
swatting.
about fair use. All we doing is doing what we doing.
We were just reading.
I know.
We weren't doing
And
anything.
reading
What
is
is this?
supposed to be fundamental.
That's what I thought. That's what they said.
The reading's supposed to be the fundamentals.
We were just making education fun. We were learning
Oh
about
my
numbers
God.
over here.
Oh, they don't want no intelligence. I see that now. They don't want the intelligence.
Sorry, intelligence is an aphrodisiac to me. I'm sorry.
Oh, honey, who you telling? Give me something good to think about or think on or work on or whatever the child. I'm straight. I be straight. Ooh, no, I didn't. Look at what I done. Well, that's okay, because that's all I needed anyway. But
Oh my.
girl,
Not
talk
that we can't learn
mad,
and
mad,
work together as a
mad,
community.
mad at education.
That's not right. But then when we tell y'all that there's something suspicious happening at the schoolhouse, they want to try to tell us be quiet. We ain't asked all that.
I know. It's nothing's fair. Nothing's fair.
It's just not right. This is wrong. This is not okay, people.
It's none of it's
I
fair.
stand against this. It's not fair, darling. It's not. Like, oh my goodness.
You can't do nothing unless you're lying or scheming people. And the only reason they did that was to make the number shoot down. We was getting to too many people with the truth.
All we were doing was learning about the numbers.
That's it.
We didn't do nothing. They acting like we over here barbecuing in our drawers. We were learning about numbers. We were reading.
J Mizak, apparently, Akata not supposed to learn. Especially not on YouTube.
Girl, not over here on Sesame Street. They got a
we praise the Lord. Sure enough, do. Welcome to Watch Your Back Ministries. Also akin to Put Your Clothes On Ministries.
Not akin to.
And Watch Your Back Ministries means you better watch your back. Because God is watching everything you do. I promise you.
I'm telling you. You know how the old grandpas and the grandmas back in the day, they just dropped their glasses down like this.
Ooh.
You know when that ass could be coming, but they don't feel like getting up. Yeah, like that's how.
When the Lord start bringing the numbers around. And the devil starting to know that his low down is being showed out. Praise the Lord. Yes. Ooh, Watch Your Back Ministries is here to bring you everything you need to know about how it's going down. Because the lowdown is being showed down right in here. Can somebody say, yeah. We praise the name of the Lord. Yes, we do. And the Gumatria said we should give you grace. And instead we gonna play in your face in the name of the Lord. Yes. Watch Your Back Ministries in the streets for you and me. Come on now. Come on down, spirit. Yeah. Oh, we having church today, y'all.
Girl, and we won't even try to do all that. You see how they be wanting everybody to just act fool and do what they want to, because we were over here learning about
Yes,
numbers, and now we got
cruelty-free
to go
ministry,
pit stop
baby.
to the
We don't make
girl, now we got to
nobody
go pit stop to
act
the
a
church house.
fool,
Yes.
and we don't take your money to hurt people. Yeah, you better cruelty-free ministry.
Okay.
Cruelty-free.
Okay.
No twerking,
Okay.
no swallowing, no babies being born by men. Just the word.
Not bankruptcy, because you got to pay a lot of victims. Good healing. Good instruction.
Oh, Lord.
Good lessons and teaching and guidance for you to go on.
I don't understand.
Girl, I don't understand either, girl.
They don't want that. You bring the good word, they act crazy. You bring the bad word, you get paid. It's
a shame down here in these streets, girl. It's a problem out here, girl.
Shame. The way you mess with God's word is shame. I'm trying to tell you right now, it's shame. It's shame. Ooh, thank you, Badgie Boo. I'm trying to tell you, and I hope you enjoy that curry goat you making, because I'm finna have me some butter chicken in a second. I'm having butter chicken. I'm having butter chicken with poached egg in the butter chicken. So, oh yeah, child, it's going down.
Girl, I'm not even gonna lie. I want me some turkey necks. I want some rice. I want some macaroni.
Ooh, yes, girl. And don't be looking up underneath my underarm.
Girl, listen, everybody.
I got deodorant on.
Go what?
No, I'm just, because I reached. And my underarm was kind of close. You know how they like to blow it up so they can take pictures. Next thing you know, I see my underarm everywhere.
Girl, these are people that are sitting here lying and begging and doing strange things with their, anal cavity for McDonald's weekly. Girl, their opinion cannot matter, ever.
And you know what? We're going to put all of that in a pink bubble, too. And we're going to send it up and let the Creator deal with it.
Yes, you go on ahead. We just send that on over there, because we over here talking about food. Girl, I done got hungry. I really want some turkey necks and corn.
Well, we've been here a little while, Grace, so we can get ready to tap on out.
Girl, please, I be in the spirit like this. We got time.
Wait a second, though. Wait a second, though.
I'm still on the fact that we didn't finish 96. Like, that's why.
I know. Well, I mean, they shut it down the second that I said Grace.
Why is it always me?
But for Grace.
I'm understanding why that name all of a sudden just be shaking the place. I'm confused. I'm flabbergasted.
I'm confused too, because usually the word grace, it inspires comfort, not distress.
Girl, everybody upset, everybody shutting their systems down. Girl, they don't want us to learn about.
They said finish 99. Grace, why don't you just walk them through everything you have now?
Well, children, y'all got the numbers that we did here, so it's kind of like a 3-part thing. We have seasons change, we have wounded healers, we have alchemizing, and we have a lot of loud, bold lies that were told. That second part, when we were like 575, that's that radical rebirth. Like, girl, things are going to change, and I really do feel sorry for everything that's going on over there, because you see, we was asking about Beverly, and like I said, Beverly, just so you and I got an understanding, this lady, I don't know you, and you know that you don't know me. Why these people are lying on me and you, I don't know. But you have something very dark hovering close to you. Now, you remember when you had asked, was Shaun aware of such things?
Uh-huh.
I do not know if he's aware. His intention isn't there yet, and just fair warning, read the fine print, people. The more y'all keep calling my name, the more I will be able to see.
That goes triple for me.
So just since we on Beverly, and I was just talking about how Shaun, it's unclear what his part is this. I'm going to need for him to take, I guess, the spiritual responsibility of protecting his name and his energy and keep these people away from calling my name in regards to whoever he is in communication with over there on his platform. That's not a threat. That's me telling them that I mind my business and you better come collect your people and tell them to go get the fuck on somewhere.
That part.
Like, for real. Now, I'm going to go ahead and...
Because all of the distraction ain't going to change what people are learning today.
No, it's not going to change nothing. And that's exactly why I had to sit here and say that, because we getting back into what's to come for Miss Beverly. Because remember, like I said, that radical work and that truth is coming out. And at the end of that truth is a lot of rage, destruction for whoever was involved whenever it comes to what Beverly has been doing or whatever it is that she's just been doing here in regards to why people know her. Like, I don't know her, but the audience knows her. So if it's readings or whatever, I hope that she was not a fraudulent one, because what we real ones know is that all magic comes at a price, theory.
Yes, it does.
And that's leading us back into this 96 over here, which is funny why the first thing you said under 96 was grace. And then the next thing you know, we were spinning in a circle.
I know.
Because for those of you who may not know, Jumpy is them shadows and the mass. Somebody committed high treason here when it comes to this final question that we're asking. Am I saying that it was Beverly? I don't know. But like I said, if Beverly don't want me to find out, she better get these goofy people off this fucking platform to tell them to stop calling my name and stop entertaining me, because the more they link us, I'll be able to see more. Now, for the audience watching, you all are finding out about this witch that I saw that was in a jar, this black witch, frail. She had an interesting face. It would morph. And at first it was morphing, intending to scare me. And then when she realized that that shit wasn't going to fly, she became very still until that frail witch-like woman in black was placed inside of this jar. And this jar that she was placed in, fair warning, everybody, that all came out a couple of days ago. Like, we've been seeing that. So my name now being coming up in regards to Beverly and things of that nature, me and TD already saw this.
That's
So
not a
for
coincidence.
me, not at all. And like literally, it's got everything to do with that other coincidence that we were supposed to address, but we ain't. And if you want to, we can slide into it now, because it's all linked in right here. Because you already know what happened with the black witch, with the witch in black.
I know.
How she distorted. You already know who she was.
Which is why we do not doubt that Lisa Thames, the therapist who we know, handed our private phone numbers over to a spy, showed up when Atwood did. There are no coincidences. Not only that, the main intent has been to separate me from my team and my closest associates. Hence, needing for Grace to be some kind of criminal that they're trying to prove or something or whatever, because she shared some information about a trial in her life that she passed, just like I did. And damn it, as Sweetie.
Like, it's goofy watching. This is some goofy shit, me watching it. Like, these people really are as goofy and as stupid as they appear to be.
I know.
For me, like, they really don't understand.
Let's give old Beverly a break for a second. I don't want her to have a heart attack.
No, it's all right. Like I said it nicely. I said what I said. Now, if she want to have her afternoon tea or whatever, she can know that her name was affiliated with Lisa over there, and that should give her some peace. Because if Beverly and Lisa don't know each other like that, well, then Beverly and Lisa can go ahead and figure out this issue on their own.
Or maybe Beverly and Lisa are the same person.
In which case, like I said,
using a vocoder. Using a vocoder.
But like I said, that's just on the Beverly side. I can't wait to tell Lisa what it is that I saw waiting for her. But like I said, I wish they'd be bold enough to realize the black hole that they done stepped
You know
into
what?
when
I
they come
think we're
talking to
going
me.
to
And be
save.
gangster about that.
I think we're going to save what we've discovered about Tammy and Lisa for a completely members only live. I think that's what we.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Because guess what? If Beverly, if all of this is what's going on, and Beverly got anything to do with it, she gonna be stressed up until then. Because, like I said, it's funny. The day when what's going on with Beverly, with what I see right now, is very interesting to you. You want to know why?
Why?
Because me and Tammy talked about that.
Oh.
And me and Tammy have never had the chance to speak on it again because I warned her about all this. So the fact that Beverly's name is coming out, thanks to you trolls for being confused and being dumb as shit, because you showing me how legit I get down like that. And I'm trying to keep warning y'all, stop saying my name and stop looking for me, because the more you come for me, you consent to me seeing you.
Maybe they want to see you, Grace.
That's fine.
I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake on their part, but maybe
that's
they
fine.
want to see you.
Everybody like to be boo the fool until they get down like that. Well, come on. Like, I'm not hiding from nobody. Girl, it's the fact that they lying on me. Like, don't lie on my name, because you see, learning lesson, children, this is what happens when you lie on people. They have now got me into seeing Beverly over there on the Shaun Atwood channel. If these people were not lying about me, or better yet, Beverly lying on you, because they over here telling they people that me and you know each other, and me and you can both peacefully tell these people we don't know. I don't know that. Beverly is free to telling people I don't know that bitch. Just like I don't know that. And yet now, because these people will not stop saying your name.
No, because they're trying to give Beverly some grace, so they want to try to pretend that they made a mistake by putting everything that Beverly's done, all her fraudulent stuff, all of the crazy stuff, the weirdo.
And see, for me, like I said, all that goofy shit would have been fine, but you see, they brought my name into it. So now what they have done, Beverly, you have now given them permission to link me and you. So now I can see you. And again, it's
see, Caroline, that was his biggest mistake, sending that amulet. Oops. Light bulb moment. Light bulb moment.
So yeah, they won't be mad at somebody. Go blame these people who keep on putting my name in their mouth with all their lies and everything else.
And it started falling apart when I put it near my real stones that aren't cursed. Let's leave Beverly alone for a second. Let's get back to Mr. Atwood.
Sure.
Spirit, I need to have clear discernment right now. Did Shaun Atwood platform people that he knew were fake Diddy survivors and so-called avengers for profit?
It's nighttime here.
Light bulb moment.
This place is nighttime, and it's like the moon is gold, but it's a strange kind of gold. Like, it's not shining, like it's almost shining too bright, but there's like no rays of light coming off it. It's like this very strangely bright gold orb, and it's the moon. It's night here. I know this place. TD, we've been here before.
I know. Are we going to see the man from the theater?
Do you remember all that time ago when we went to that beach where the hotel, it had like a green light and it was on fire? Like, that hotel is way down that way. it's like we're on that beach again where this moon is.
And the first time we went to that beach is when we were looking for the boys that other content creator.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hell of an intersection.
And it all tied into the trap house with the king in it.
Grace, you got numbers?
I haven't pulled yet. That was just what I see.
I think it's time to pull. Let's get the numbers on this. Y'all shouldn't play around with God.
Gang Gang Sarah, 4. Long Booby Susie, 1.
Four and 1?
No. Oh. Somebody's trying to interfere. I
understand.
No, it's fine. We just walk through it. They don't hold any power here.
Not at all.
Oh, yeah. 4.
414.
Queen of Sheba, 9.
Let's pull that.
4, 1, 4, 9.
Okay. The Gumatria value of 4149 is 18. To find the let's go and look and see what it says in the calculator. Last words calculated for Gumatria. Penjamis. Legions. Log in the mound. 10 and 4, 10, 6. The last time. Rental SUV. Broken arm, no, broken forearm. Mega 10,000. Wow, hold on a second. I need to look up the other part. I'm sorry, I was going back and checking something else, guys.
There's a castle on top of a cliff here in this place. Another, like, it's a prison, like maximum security on the other side. By the moon, in the dark, with this moon. The hotel that's on fire is that way.
There's a frog in your future. I'm glad she's coming home. I just hope not crying. Wow. That's the full message in the breakdown in Hebrew Gumatria.
Say it again.
I said that's the full breakdown. That's the full breakdown. And that runs under 4572.
Can you repeat the words that you had just read right before that?
There's a frog in your future. I'm glad she's coming home. Just hope not crying.
I wish.
Pull on that.
Mr. Atwood the best.
Pull on that.
That's what this is right here. I wish Mr. Atwood the best in what's to come. When you asked about him, there's a prison here on the top of this castle. It's in the dark. Like, this place is all connected. This with the fire, the king that was in the trap house, and then this other side where this prison is off by itself. All these people, they're all connected in this place, Sullivan. And in this reality, the only place that seems to be connecting all of these people is YouTube. In this physical sense, that's what I see connecting them. There's a frog in your future.
And a frog is often calculated as 143.
Somebody's got shadows in that prison.
Oh. Your past is coming back to haunt you, G.
I wish.
Your past is coming back to haunt you, G.
I wish everybody the best.
Ooh, something from your prison past.
There's something inside of it. And I can see someone standing right beside whoever. This man is afraid to go inside there, but he has to go inside there. Like, we're on the beach and I'm looking at it with him. He has to go there. I can't help you. Somebody's shadows are about to wake up. Someone's shadow has ascended. I try to tell them that.
What spirit is associated with frogs? In the New Testament, frogs are associated with unclean spirits.
Someone's going to get a visit soon.
Ooh. There's a frog in your future. Unclean spirit.
I hope he comes home too.
Something to do with your prison history.
I hope she comes home too.
Woo! I'm done with his life. All I can do is pray for you. That's it. That's all we got here is prayer. Was Shaun Atwood trying to get away from the reality of this frog coming by helping fix this Diddy case? Was this supposed to be his way out? Was that why he tried to fix the Diddy case?
Everybody was promised riches. They don't understand that they're empty. I really wish that they would remember.
Only God can give you and endow you. Anything that comes from unclean spirits will cost you with interest. We've called out all these cards. We've done the Gumatria. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think we're capping y'all. Put a 2 in the chat if you can believe what we're saying.
They have 13 cards total. Girl, you know I like 13. You get straight to the point.
We love having you here, Carla. It's just 1 and 2 right now. I know the 3 was a mistake. Thank you, Marilyn. These are the last words I have for you, Mr. Atwood. When God allowed you in my presence, it was an opportunity for you, not for me. I often tell people, if you cross my path, it's for 1 or 2 reasons. I am here to either bring something of great value or goodness to you from God, or the acknowledgement that you have offended God. That's who I am. Nothing more, nothing less.
I am the wrath of God.
Every time I've
things.
come to y'all, every last one of y'all weirdo YouTubers, I've brought you God, even when I knew you was playing in my face, even when I knew you was an enemy, even when you thought you was getting over on me. I brought every last one of you God. I brought you all an opportunity.
Treason.
And what you choose to do with it is what you choose to do with it. But here in Jaguar country, we treat treason all the same way. We either eliminate you altogether or we disavow our knowledge. This isn't going to be a content war. What I am going to do is pray for every soul that watches your platform, almost 1 million of them. Because they are being led down a path of betrayal and deception and lies. Am I lying, Grace?
Not at all.
Y'all can do what y'all want to do. But I'm steering clear of you, sir. Because I don't want to be nowhere near your karma when it hits. But I would bet on the crying part. I would bet that whenever that frog shows up, I would bet on the tears. I don't fool around with the doomed.
I hope she comes home too.
I don't fool around with the doomed. You are doomed, sir. And on that note, let's get this place clear. We come to you, source, God of all. We honor God, both mother and father. We live in the light of the sun. God, I'm asking you to come and to wrap your arms around everyone listening and everyone who has listened to that over there. We acknowledge the warning. We take it as true, and we will not stray from that. Let all evil works by anyone from that platform or anyone that came from that platform, let them be removed, let them be blocked and bound up and away from what we do here. The spirit of all of this has brought nothing but doom, and now we understand why, because the karma attached to that place, it is not of God. Grace, I won't speak for God, and neither will you. Is spirit in agreement with us in this moment as we give these prayers to the universe? I did not hear you.
Spirit just said, have peace.
Have peace.
And the children will be fine.
Sir, we bid you adieu. And all that came with you. We bid you adieu. And all that came with you. I will not allow the presence of evil to stand nowhere near me. And once it has been determined that it is so, we say goodbye. We put you in a pink bubble and we let you go. What belongs to you belongs to you. And I want no part of it. No part of it. But I know somebody who wants a piece of it. I know somebody that's looking for all of the bad actors so he can get them off. Special little place called Gitmo. Light bulb moment. Y'all better get right with God. That's all I can say. Get right with God. Because it's not a game. None of this is a game. None of it is. All of y'all. Y'all been playing. Y'all been thinking this is going to work out good for you. It's not. See, that's why I'm able to survive what I survive. Because I know how to let go and let God. And on that note, we send every great prayer of love and encouragement to every ear that can hear us and to every eye that can see us. We pray protection over everybody that is a part of this community here on the Jaguar Wright Effect channel, here in Jaguar Country God. We pray that all minds are protected, all ears are guarded, and all mouths speak just your love. We ask that of you, God.
Yeah.
Even though we usually pray and have meditation before we go live, I would like to end it here today with these final words. We bind all negative energy that does not come from source away from us. We bind all bad wishes. We bind all plans for doom, collusion, conspiracy. We bind them all up and we send them away from here. We return them to sender. Whatever came from over there by Atwood way, we return to sender. Whatever came by way of the Trasher Kibi people, we return to sender. Whatever came from any of you other little people who think that breaking God's law every day for a couple bucks isn't blasphemy, we pray you all and we bind you up and we pray you all away. We are done. We are done with the lies. We are done. We are done with the evil spirits. We are done with allowing our pure spirits to be hosted by unclean ones. We are done. We are finished. We want no part of the retribution that comes. We only welcome and honor the source and the presence of God, the true almighty living God, all of God, Godmother, Godfather, Godson. We are not to be endowed with your goodness if we cannot embrace all that you are. Come into our lives and we ask you to grace us with all that you are. We pray for our enemies, only that they get what they deserve, which is what you will provide. And we pray for all who live within your will, that they just continue to be able to receive your grace and mercy perpetually, day for day. Though this prayer is about to end, the prayers in our hearts continue without ceasing. And we thank you for giving us your amazing gift, Yeshua, to teach us all that we forgot when we separated ourselves from you. We give that all up in Yeshua's name. Asheo. Amen. Yes, remember that toxic footprints will catch you. Keep love and discernment in your heart.
Shine bright and be amazing. Remember that you are the reflection of spirit.
We are done. The second that I detect the spirit of evil and witchcraft, I'm done. And for all of you who've been trying to use God's amazing tools in a very negative way against us in this platform, let me tell you this. The more you draw into us, the more we will be able to see of you clearly. I was looking both ways before you crossed my mind. And you should look both ways before you cross my mind. You nearly got ran over by all that emotion left behind when you cross my mind. You don't want to get hit by what's in here.
Girl, please, mama. There'll be nothing but brimstone.
Let that be the last stare y'all try to stare down on me. Because this is my response. Get low or get mo. Oh, Christy. She says, thank you both for this awesome live. And your auntie too. Oh, my Muti, yes. And don't forget, hit that link, grab the books. 250 copies sold. Get y'all a members only live with the amazing and incomparable and nothing but love, Emily Diane Gunter. She teaches us how to apply her Superlearning 3000, Learning Made Simple, into our lives.
Y'all better act like that sounds like the cool ass shit that it is. Like, yo, we get to sit around together and we're gonna remember that we're superheroes. Like, bring your ass. Come on. Please. Like,
never let somebody make you believe you're less than what God made you everything to be.
Never. If they believe they're raggedy mortals, let them have that.
Let me say it 2 more times. Never believe what someone tries to teach you that you aren't, when you should already know that God made you everything He wanted you to be. Never believe anyone who would dare try to teach you that you are anything less than what God created you to be. They like to use labels. But the truth is, what we are cannot be labeled at all. It can only be labeled as one thing, a vessel. This week we've been talking about making it possible for God to use us as a miracle.
Yes.
Let God use you. Let Him use you. Don't let the devil use you. Let God use you. Be a miracle.
Okay, because the devil is raggedy, ignorant, and he don't even keep his word.
And most likely bald-headed.
And more than likely bald-headed. Like, girl, you cannot be blessed with a whole head of luxurious tresses when you walking around just being devastation to the nation. It don't work like that. Like, girl, we really need to have this talk with the children about the misrepresentation of God.
Oh, we will.
I really do think that the people think that God is Santa up there. Like, the people really got Santa and God confused, girl, and we just cannot.
They've turned
We cannot.
God into a cartoon character so
Girl,
that
a
they could
silly one
try
like that.
to just assume his role.
Just a silly.
God is not to be mocked and
silly
he is
one.
not to be played with. And I'm telling y'all right now,
Boy, y'all playing.
stop playing around in the devil's playground before he starts playing
Please.
around in your real life.
Please.
Sounds like it's coming. We'll see you guys soon. Mwah! Oh, Spunky
Love
J
you
loves
all.
you saying musty, dusty, and bald-headed. God bless. See y'all
Yes,
soon.
Funky, they musty, dusty, bald-headed, crispy in the lips. Yes, all
In the name. Watch your back ministries. Coming to a city near you.